This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
This is the Song of Songs tournament, though just the first part of it, my friend. Submitted by the listener who knows what song will win, but we'll be sure to make you angry time and time again. This is the song. La, la, la. It just goes on. La, la, la. I was going to keep going, but I said it.
No, it's time to stop. It's time to stop.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zack.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last show, our Cars show.
Cars.
It was called Cars.
It's just called Cars.
We thought, hey, we have this whole podcast episode about cars. What should we name it? Kent's like, Cars.
Behind the scenes, our development of this episode was a little bit different because of vacations and things like that.
Yes.
And I looked and I was like, are we really just calling this show Cars?
Hey, we gave it as much thought as Pixar did.
That's why, right? It's a running gag with Kent.
Like it could have been Vroom for one more, and we went with Cars. Okay, cool.
It's the first time we talked about cars.
Yeah, but we did have a great time with the Crumps. We really did. They were so much fun to have
also,
here.
thank you for some great comments and engagement with us.
I'm so proud of the listener.
I'm so happy with all of the Twitter threads and comments that we've seen and pictures of people's cars.
Yeah.
It's been really fun for us to look at. And honestly, we're a little bit shocked that people had comments at all. But Steve Hansen says, I'm amazed the smart car didn't show up as the car you wouldn't be caught dead in.
Just a smart car, or is that like a specific
smart
one?
car is like a brand.
Smart car.
It's basically go-karts. I've put specific friends under oath that if they ever see me driving a smart car, they are to shoot me dead on the spot.
What?
That's brutal.
Done and done.
We'll be those friends.
We'll be that friend for you.
I got to apologize. I'm going to stick to my guns, but I got to apologize to Bacon Council member Chris Anderson, who said, I see Zachary Western is trying to cut me down. It hurts when you were told they never want to be caught dead in your favorite car.
Because she had
Looks
the new,
like I'm
the
off
new bug.
team, Zach.
The new Beetle.
I'll tell you what. I still don't like that car, but I love that journey for you.
This sounds like a YouTube apology, and you're failing.
Yeah. It's. I can't help it. I really don't like it, but it's okay if you do. And then Z1 Rock says, great job on the episode. As a fellow gearhead, I enjoyed the choices no matter how 90s they were.
Very 90s.
Well, I mean,
for me,
before we grew up. Rachel has some chops throwing out the Venom F5 and the 21 window bus. Props to her. Anytime Kent and Joel are out of their wheelhouse, ...
Yeah. Humble Baconsale 2022.
I'm in. I laughed out loud multiple times. Thanks again.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zach?
We are talking about the Song of Songs. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We all did the hands.
Why do we need one raised and one kind of lowered?
It's the way we do it. But no,
I like I need a turkey leg in my hand.
So if you don't know, we reached out to our listener, and said, "Hey, we need submissions to what you think."
It's our March Madness bracket.
Yeah, this is our bracket. It's a tournament to see what is the greatest song of all time. We'll call it that.
Yeah.
But we got your opinions. You guys submitted
all
songs.
great tier 2 opinions.
Oh, great.
I know there are some really great songs here.
Great songs.
And
songs that people had, personal connections to, and it's just great to hear.
So we got more than we needed, which was great. We then had to make some cuts. And so we got together.
We're sorry if you did add a song.
That's what I was going to say. We got together. We had lengthy discussions. We fasted for a long time. But we really did just kind of consider what would be the best contenders for this bracket. So if you submitted a song, we still thank you and we appreciate it.
Yes.
But some of those songs did not make it. If they didn't, it's okay. Your mother still loves you.
Yes.
And we have 64 songs on this bracket.
Are we setting ourselves up to make 63 people angry?
Yes.
On these episodes? Because this will be a two-parter.
Yeah. This is only the first part, like it's in the intro.
Yeah.
But I do feel so. I feel like that's the case, because some of these people are putting their heart on a platter and saying, this a song I love.
Are you going to try to be overly nice on this one, Joel?
I'll probably be more nice than usual.
Okay.
But
Not me.
Also, you can check it out, our Spotify playlist. We do have a playlist for this. We'll share it on the episode at baconsale.com. You can go and listen through all the songs.
It's a great playlist.
It's a fantastic playlist.
It's 4 hours long, but it's great.
Well, yeah, I mean, 64 songs. Yeah. It's a great playlist to turn on.
Well,
all
63
these
songs. Thanks, Garth Brooks.
Yeah, you can't find his music almost anywhere.
No, not Apple Music, not Spotify.
But yes, you can go there, listen to every single one of these, so you can also kind of have an opinion on what's going to happen today. I did want to point out the most submitted artist for the Song of Songs contenders
was
U2.
Wow.
We had 4 U2
Me and
songs.
Kent and I?
We've never talked about U2 on the show before.
We have.
Have we?
I'm pretty sure
With
we
a
have.
love song show, but we've never talked about them in an 80s or 90s bracket either.
Did we not?
Nope.
We had to.
Because they're above it. It's a different genre that
It's
we
a
talked
rock. They'd
about.
be more rock.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's kind of fun to have them appear here.
We also had 3 Beatles songs and 3 Michael Jackson songs submitted. Those are the kind of the runners up there. The oldest submission that we got, Happy Birthday to You,
We'll get there.
1893. But if you don't want to count that,
We are counting it.
if you don't want to count that in like oldest, because it's not like a song that we can listen to, it would be Don't Worry Baby by the Beach Boys, 1964.
Wow, okay.
The newest submission. Any guys know what that is?
Mr. Brightside.
Shake It Off.
Shake It Off by Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
2014. And then
This is new for us.
the average year, I went through because I was like, I want to just kind of see where we're skewing here. The average year of submissions, meaning all the songs that we got, if you get them all together, 1982.
The
Okay.
year that Tron came
If you don't
out.
include Happy Birthday, it goes up to 1984.
And the reason for that is not just it's our demographic or we're dated. These are songs that have stood the test of time, whatever time they came out.
And most of our listener, like Gen X to elder
Well, I wasn't
millennial.
trying to say that, Zach.
Yeah.
Well, no, because if we would have come up with these with our own songs for this
Yeah.
bracket, I don't know where we would have skewed it. But this makes it more impartial, where it's kind of like, okay.
Right.
Speaking of impartial,
Are you going to try to explain this? The science?
no, not the science behind it. We
Okay.
seeded these songs. We got
yeah.
we got our 64 songs.
Right.
We seeded these songs by Spotify listens.
which has worked just terribly in the past.
Hey, it's better than Joel getting in trouble for putting them because they're cute next to each other.
true.
yeah, which did happen though.
Yeah, it's still really cute.
So our plan was okay. Well, we'll get them
There's
organized.
a couple cutesy matchups. Yeah.
We were going to match it up, like we were going to like do it ourselves, and then I was like, no, let's just do it impartial, cold hard facts. Let's put these in a bracket,
Right.
according to Spotify listens, and then some really fun matchups happened. And Kent was like, this one and this one. I'm like, I know.
I'm like, Joel, you did this on
and he's like, this one and this one. I'm like, I know.
Next time, I'm just going to do a random number generator.
It was a fate. It
Good
was
as
fate.
anything.
So yes, if you're upset about the matchup, and there are some matchups on this first round that I am
killer.
upset
Legitimately,
Okay.
potential final round matchups for some people
But
will
what
occur
is-
in the first round.
What is the science that we're going to stand by for the first 2 rounds and then really kind of let go at some point?
No, we're gonna.
about. We are basing our opinions today, gentlemen, on this bracket to see who moves forward.
Keep in mind opinions.
33% original impact, 33% longevity,
Yeah.
and 34% personal taste.
Yeah. Which becomes 78%.
Near the end.
Yeah.
How much do we factor in whether we can sing the song when we introduce it?
I think that's going to go with
longevity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I also took a lot of these songs and played them for my kids just to see if they knew them. And it was actually really surprising.
And I
All
was
the-
curious that we have some real great stars here, but maybe a song that I wouldn't have picked for this one. But obviously it means something to the listener that chose it.
Yes.
So I love seeing like who our listeners are.
However, we
Yeah.
did, after we got the submissions, we cut out the names of who submitted them in order to get our 64 and to seed them, because we didn't want that as a factor either. So I don't remember most of who submitted anything.
know.
So we're not basing it on that either.
And there will be a prize. Of some sort.
If
Coming up now.
whoever ends up at the end as the winner of the Song of Songs, we do have a prize for you. We'll get to more of that next episode.
Yep.
Although next week's episode is not going to be part 2. We'll talk about that later.
Although
Get to
I'm
the show.
going to say there's some people that probably submitted some choices that were trying to play the meta of Baconsale.
I think so.
They were trying to work you guys.
Well, and some people submitted
I'll
songs
allow it.
that had already been submitted. So because they were late on the draw and maybe didn't follow us on social media as closely, they didn't get the song they wanted, so they had to go for a runner-up.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll have some glory in someone else's win.
Yeah.
all right.
Let's do this.
That's all the little details.
That
right?
was like 15 minutes of setup. We ready to do this thing?
Baconsale.
All right, for our first matchup, this is a weird bracket. This is a weird starter. We have Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Yes, that is the number one highest.
Oh, Joel, you
rated
mean
seed.
Mama
Just killed a man,
put a gun against his head,
pulled my trigger, now he's dead.
I have
I forgot.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
forgot. I forgot we
sing.
sing. I was jumping into
I have
facts.
PTSD on this song because of a previous intro I've done to Baconsale.
which
You
was
did
amazing.
so good.
Versus Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog.
Why are there's so many songs about rainbows? Yes, I forgot we do singing on this. So Bohemian Rhapsody is our number one highest seeded song, whereas Rainbow Connection,
Like it has
enough,
the most Spotify downloads.
Yeah,
you're
yes.
saying. Okay.
And Kermit the Frog's Rainbow Connection had the lowest. So these are the top and the bottom going against each other.
Well, and I just want to point out here, this is a really unique bracket to Baconsale because typically what we do is we either look at very popular bands or one-hit wonder songs.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've actually looked at popular songs from popular bands individually against each other. So this is weird, right? We've talked about Queen before, but we've never talked about specifically Bohemian Rhapsody in the context of a bracket. This is kind of weird.
We did talk about Queen before. We had a whole episode dedicated to Queen where you can actually probably find a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about. I don't like this matchup only because Rainbow Connection to me is this pure, wholesome, uplifting song that I absolutely love every time it goes on. I may get emotional every time I listen to it.
It received an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song.
But it's
lost. In the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. I said aesthetically, right. One take.
You did.
I'm proud of myself. It was number
take.
25 on Billboard. By the way, when we bring up a number, if we say number 25 or 7 or number 1, it generally means the Billboard Hot 100.
Yes, if it's not Billboard Hot 100, then I will specify something
modern
else.
rock tracks. Yeah.
And you can find your own bracket at baconsale.com. You can download it, print it off, and play with your friends because you can also, just because our Song of Songs choice is fact, you can also have your own opinion.
Baconsale approved.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go home and choose your own Song of Songs.
The amount of condescension.
It's that. It's cold outside. Is that what's happening? But yes, I think it's definitely going to have to go to Bohemian Rhapsody for me.
Rainbow Connection, one of the things that I think has to contribute to the value of a song is how often you see it covered. And really both of these are a lot, but it's a fun song to cover.
Yes.
Rainbow Connection. I've seen a lot of good versions. Most notably, I love the one it's Weezer and Paramore. Awesome song.
You love Paramore.
I do. I actually really do. I grew up in that time period. But this song makes you feel good, and I love that. For me, Bohemian Rhapsody is an all-timer, right? Everybody knows this song.
Oddly enough, it's an odd song that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Because it's so unusual.
But what's even more unusual to me is it's reached the point, I think, of oversaturation. Like, we know this song too much and too well.
I think we did. I think it's kind of
It's hit Zeitgeist 3 times.
It's crazy.
Since it came out.
Wayne's World, the Bohemian Rhapsody
Some movie that
movie
came out, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think I may have had too much of this song.
We're belaboring the point, though.
Yeah,
it goes on.
We got to move quickly through these first rounds.
Honorable mention to Rainbow Connection.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do
Next up, we have One by U2.
Is it getting better?
I was just going to go for the chorus.
Oh, go for it.
One day, one life.
You guys are saying one of something other than the other person.
Carry each other.
Versus Somebody by Depeche Mode.
I want somebody to share the rest of my life.
Joel, I'm so attracted to you right now. That's right in my headphones.
You will hear you'll hear this comment from me multiple times. I love Depeche Mode.
I love
this
them
is
too.
an interesting choice. Not the one I would have gone with.
So I actually really, really like both these songs. Both these songs are actually really good slow dance songs. I may have had them on my romantic tape mixes back in the day. Mixtapes back in the
Don't
day.
say it that way.
But it's just interesting that of all the songs, One by U2 is a fine song, but not one maybe that I put at their pinnacle.
Right.
And then same with Somebody, where I'm like, there are more popular Depeche Mode songs, but there's something appealing about Somebody. I don't have a winner here yet.
No.
I didn't pick a winner for any of these.
Yeah, some of these were obvious to me. Other ones I was like, I don't know. Gonna have to hear the discussion.
Do you want me to kick it off? I got one. It's One. I would go with One by U2. But an easy vote in there.
Okay. And I played these both for my kids. They didn't know either one of them, which I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I don't play love songs enough around my kids.
Yeah, again, a big Depeche Mode fan. But I think that this One by U2 sticks out to me as a more of an all-timer song. I think it has a better legacy.
Somebody came out before my time. This was from their album Some Great Reward in 1984, whereas One came out from Octung Baby in 1992. This is when I started stealing my brother's CDs and listening to them. And I loved this album. And this song rings true of U2 for me. This is probably in my top, well, save it for the U2 show, but top 5 U2 songs.
Okay.
It is absolutely fantastic. That said, I love the vibe. It's a pretty song.
So good.
But it's probably
It's a very pretty
It's
song.
probably like top 10 Depeche Mode songs. Like there are others I would have chosen for this, but I do love this song. but I am going to have to give the win to One. I do feel like it deserves it.
Which is fine. I will say, as I was looking up, because as I do Joel research, I only have 29 pages of notes for this episode.
I thought it would be 40. That actually shocks me.
It's actually very slimmed down.
That is.
But I went through and looked at the background of each one of these, and I found out that the song One by U2 kind of saved the band.
Really?
Like they were having these.
You mean after Joshua Tree they need to be saved? Or like within the band?
During recording, they were having some serious conflicts over the sound and quality and direction they wanted to go. And they were actually, the tensions got so heavy they were going to break up until they had this breakthrough with One. Like they were improvising and trying to get a song going. And then it started happening.
That's interesting because I really think that One encapsulates U2's sound.
And it
really
kind of
well.
Is. Yeah. It's a song about coming together and pairing each other. Whereas I looked at the background of Somebody and found out the Martin Gore was not the typical lead singer for Depeche Mode, but he sang the lead for this. I'm like, oh, good for him.
Nice. Oh, that makes sense.
And then I found out that he recorded in the studio not clothed. And so...
Why do they do that so much?
It's a
many
thing.
artists.
And does that work out really well? Should we try it?
No!
I'm in.
But that made me go kind of about the song.
Yeah.
So I'm also going to give the vote to One.
But then you sing it right into the microphone like that,
that's
Joel.
what he sounds like he's doing. I honestly, if it were Enjoy the Silence, for example, I would
Really
have
close.
fought harder to get it through.
People are people.
But Somebody's so good.
Why should it be?
Just can't get enough. Personal Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's the Spanish
I met
version.
him in California.
But yeah, there's a lot to say about these. There's only maybe like 2 or 3 songs on this list, on this entire bracket, that I would kind of skip and not skip, but listen to for a bit and then skip.
Okay.
This is not one of them. I love Somebody.
Interested to hear which
most
ones.
of these songs I really enjoy.
Depeche Mode, the winners of the 80s New Wave bracket.
Just got knocked out
Go
in the
down
first
to the
round.
first round because One moves on.
One love, one life. When it's one.
Oh boy, here we go on this next one. We have Zombie by the Cranberries.
In your head, in your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Okay, we gotta start.
Wait, hold on. I'm 17 again. Late puberty.
Here we go. Versus Tom Sawyer by Rush.
I'm sorry, I must be me.
Zach,
we're so sorry.
Ryan Farron, I'm Dead in the Eyes for you as well.
You could have sang the song.
This is probably the best one I know too. And I listened to all the bands.
Yeah.
All the albums, excuse me. So Zombie by the Cranberries came out in 1994.
Right.
Tom Sawyer by Rush came out in 1981.
So Tom Sawyer is one of the most played songs on classic radio in the U.S. Still.
Yeah. But
It
it only
is
peaked.
solid.
It only peaked at 44.
It's true.
Whereas Zombies peaked at 54. So a little bit lower.
All right. It's Zombie. Did you guys read about this where it has 1 billion views on YouTube?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Zombie for like a old song that maybe dated?
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Like I don't see the relevance. So was it popular on TikTok? I have no idea.
Well, and also just the background of Zombie.
Yeah.
Okay. This is on. My kids know this one as I played it to them because it's on our Halloween playlist.
Oh, perfect.
Which because it's zombies. But as I read about the song and the background behind
IRA,
it,
yeah.
it really kind of put that almost feels irreverent to have it on a zombie playlist, on a Halloween playlist, because it is about what they call the 1993 Warrington bombings, where the IRA bombed places in England and killed people, including some children.
Yeah.
And the whole song,
With their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns.
and she's saying the IRA are not me, I'm not the IRA, they're not my family. Like that's kind of what she's saying in the song. And so it's like these terrorists are not me, and
So I'm going to vote first on this one. I'm going against Tom Sawyer, and I feel bad. It's not my cup of tea, but I think it's a tea that most cult fans love. And so this is maybe more, it didn't hit big originally. I think it's more of a cult song that fans have like thrown in our faces, or maybe us on Baconsale, we've thrown in people's faces and say love it because it's great. But I think Zombie is a bigger legacy.
Zach, we know what you're voting for.
Yeah, so go ahead, Joe.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I'm voting for Tom Sawyer, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like I Zombie is fun to make fun of, but it's insufferable to listen to.
No, I enjoyed listening to this one on repeat.
No,
It hit number 1 in several countries.
It did.
Just
I
like
don't
that.
want to live there.
It has. It didn't peak as high, but Zombie
Sure.
does have more sales. It has around 9 million, whereas Tom Sawyer is the 5th most downloaded Canadian digital song from the 1980s.
What more do you people need?
That's what it's about. Joel, this is on you.
And if it were Linger or Dreams, I might push the Cranberries further. However, I do feel like Tom Sawyer by Rush.
Linger's better than Zombie?
I think so.
Okay.
I agree.
Save for our Cranberry show.
Please no.
But then I do feel like Tom Sawyer by Rush had the more had the I don't want to say longevity, but it has had longer longevity and also I think a bigger impact in the music industry.
Okay.
I'm so happy.
Good argument.
Tom Sawyer moves on.
Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Next up, we have Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
What's next, guys? Joel broke.
I was going to say how long ago, but I laughed.
Versus The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel.
Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Which is really just a drum sound, by the way.
So good, though. I don't know why that sounds so
snare,
epic.
It's actually a snare drum. The drummer, he's just a session drummer. He said he hit it as hard as he could, and everyone heard it like through the hallways, and they said it sounds like a cannon shot. That's perfect.
Yeah. So Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears came out in 1985. The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel came out in 1969.
Yeah. The Boxer hit number 7. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, number 1.
And it spent 2 weeks there, too.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of a big thing, even if it's 2 weeks to be number 1 for that long.
My kids surprisingly knew Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I do this thing called musical education of the kids. Whenever I have them trapped in the car and we're going somewhere and they can't get out, I'll be like, musical education, and then we'll go through bands. We're going through my playlist in alphabetical order by band, and I'll choose like a sampler platter of like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
We're not in the T's at all. And so I'm like, how did you know this? I'm like, oh yeah, everyone knows this one. They didn't really know The Boxer. They knew it, but not by name.
So one of the songwriters of Everybody Wants to Rule the World says, as a piece of recording history, the song is bland as heck.
He said heck?
Yeah. Oh, no. He said something else. But he didn't talk about the place.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Everybody Wants to Rule the World was a last-minute addition to the album. It was like they need something. So
it's surprising it hit number 1 because it's kind of a droll song. Like it's hard for me to listen to the whole thing.
I love that song. I really do. The guitar, little high guitar, like the Zack was doing. Exactly.
Is that an alien noise from Science?
It's like having Roland Orzabal in the room.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you're giving death rattle facts. What's happening here?
No,
I'm not.
We're still deciding.
I'm
actually.
not. I'm not.
Here's the thing: The Boxer, it has that thing we sang, that tie to die, but it's got the singer songwriter thing. It's definitely chill. I think
the
actually both
harmonies of those two men.
Yeah. I think these
Beautiful.
are actually weirdly like they're well matched up because they're both kind of.
I would say thank you, but it was Spotify.
Yeah, mid tempo. Just like easy listening almost.
See, I like The Climb. I'm going to go for The Boxer. I think we need Simon
You
and
like
G.
The Climb by Miley Cyrus?
I like
it's not
climb.
on here.
I like The Climb of the song where it starts off really soft and then the end just feels epic. Mm-hmm. And I think The Boxer earns it. Is it my go-to Simon and G song? No, but I think it's a great choice.
Simon and Cheese?
Simon and G. I call him Simon and G. It's fine.
No, you don't.
I literally just did.
You
But why?
You and Art are good buddies. You just can,
I call him G. Garfunkel's hard to say.
No, it's not. It's fun to say. Oh, man.
So I'm putting my vote out there.
Okay,
The Boxer.
Joel.
And you're voting for Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah, I am.
This is not easy for me because I do really like both these songs.
Yeah.
It's a number 4 seed against a number 13 seed.
Both songs, I could say the same thing for both songs. They feel like they almost play out. Like Simon and Garfunkel's song here, it's 5 minutes long. It does feel like a little bit of a long 5 minutes. But then
It gets somewhere great, though.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World is a 4-minute song, but is a little bit more repetitive.
So I'm going to have to fall back on one of my many fallbacks here.
Okay.
And that's if I have a hard time making decisions.
It's
I
the
like both
ranking.
these most. Well, the ranking's one thing. This is a personal decision here because I have to go with which one was on my Joy's Favorites tapes. Which song did I actually have on my Joy's Favorites tapes? My 25 tapes I made back when I was a teenager.
Tears for Fears.
It's The Boxer.
It is?
I don't have Tears for Fears. I have Shout.
I'm blown away by this
I have
news.
Shout on there. I have Sowing the Seeds of Love. I have other songs by Tears for Fears, but I do not.
I'm totally shocked.
I know, me too. But I love Everybody Wants to Rule. I could listen to that on repeat for a very long time, but I'm going to give the upset to The Boxer.
Wow.
Every playlist needs a snoozer, and now we have The Boxer.
That's a lie, lie, lie.
The last couple matchups for me have been fine. I've had a pretty clear winner. This is a potential final rounder for me. We have Hotel California by Eagles.
Welcome to the Hotel California. That was spot on, guys.
Wow.
I guess I said
I am
living.
just the worst guitar today.
Listen, you don't know, but we rehearsed these for hours before singing them.
Versus Don't Worry Baby by the Beach Boys.
Well, it's been building up inside of me.
Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, babe. Don't worry, baby.
So Hotel California hit number 1. Don't Worry Baby hit number 24.
Yes. Don't Worry Baby came out in 1964. Hotel California came out in 1977. These are both songs that I enjoy. I am going to go first, though.
Go for it.
Don't Worry Baby is a great song. It is a great overall song.
Sure.
And Beach Boys, though, I don't know if it would crack my top 5.
It
I don't
didn't.
know.
We could actually prove that. We've got a Beach Boys show, and it did it.
I don't
The
think it
whole show
cracked
that.
any of our top 5.
And it did not crack any of our top 5. But even a top 10 or 15 Beach Boys song is still one of the better songs.
It's a beautiful song. Like,
it's one that you go, I wouldn't have picked that one necessarily. But as you play it, it's so easy to listen to.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good. It's pleasant.
the vocals are so good.
Oh, Brian Wilson is fantastic on those.
And we're talking about it so much because it's not moving on.
Come on, really?
It's just not.
Can
I just can't get
then
behind.
I'm giving my vote to Don't Worry Baby because
Go
I
for
do
it.
like it.
I just can't get behind the story of a braggadocious man who regrets agreeing to a drag race but is ultimately consoled by his girlfriend. I just can't get behind that because I've never done drag racing.
Hold on.
You can't relate?
That's what this song's about?
Yes.
Can I vote harder?
You can't.
I love
Why
that.
is it such a slow song for such a cool explanation?
Sorry you have to drag race? Here's a cute song about it? That's great.
Yeah, but
You're really
I'm-
trying to sell this, Zach.
Considering, I just want to point this out again. This is not showing my hand for later. This is just my kid's opinion. I showed them Don't Worry Baby, and they were like, yeah, it's the Beach Boys. But
Yeah.
they didn't know it.
Right.
I showed them Hotel California, and my son went, oh, yeah, that's the one Grandpa considers to be the greatest song of all time.
Well, so there's a little bit of Hilton bias there.
A little bit.
yeah.
That's the first song
I'm
played.
sorry. Did I say that I couldn't put my own personal
Listen,
bias in these?
that's the first song played at every Hilton day.
You wouldn't know, Ken.
How dare you?
Below the
For
belt,
those
sir.
who don't know, I've never been invited since season 1. How dare you? Quit smirking over there. You knock it off.
Hotel California moves on.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Next, we have this. I love this. This bracket's so random, and this is one of the more random matchups. We have Everlong by Foo Fighters.
If everything could ever feel this real forever.
More emotion. I never think I'd ever feel this real again.
The only thing I'll ever ask of you.
You gotta promise not to stop when I say when. She said,
Versus I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
first I was afraid.
I was petrified.
Just thinking I could never be
without you by my side.
But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong.
And I knew
How to get along. Half those words were right.
Okay, so Everlong came out in 1997. I Will Survive came out in 1978.
So Rolling Stone has a list that they update about every 5-10 years, and it's the 500 greatest songs of all time.
The current edition of that list is trash.
It is trash, actually, which is
terrible.
why I go by I think it's the 2013 or 2018 list.
The previous versions are good, but this most recent one's bad.
And so even if they're ranked, for example, Everlong is number 409 in the 500 greatest songs, and granted, is Rolling Stone the best source? No, Baconsale is. But still, it's recognized as an actual great song, and it's a song from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And we have I Will Survive hit number 1
For three
weeks.
Yeah, 3 non-consecutive weeks.
Yes.
Whereas Everlong by Foo Fighters, best it did was number 3 on alternative airplay.
Joel, would you say Everlong is your favorite Foo Fighters song?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say
Definitely.
You know, we've said a lot of times I might have picked this other one. This is the go-to Foo Fighters song.
Is it for you?
I
as
think
well?
for most people. I don't know about for me if it's my favorite.
Not me, but I
think
love it.
this is a great representation of Foo Fighters.
So here's the thing. I Will Survive. It kind of has like a Love Boat feel to me. Like as far as like the backing
The
instrumentals.
disco. It's a disco song.
It's powerful. Obviously. It's stuck around.
It's stuck around
Even though
longer.
it's dated at this point and it sounds like it, I don't dislike listening to it.
I like listening to it.
And I think, okay, I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
This is a difficult one for me because I absolutely love Everlong personally.
Nor do I think it will age.
Cold hard facts, however, I Will Survive beats in peak position. It got number 1. It beats in sale, has around 4 million, whereas Everlong only has 3 million. And it also received I Will Survive received a Grammy Award for Best Disco Recording in 1980, the only year that award was given. So
Wait, so it killed the award?
I
Let's
guess
never
the
do
disco
that
was not a
again.
thing. I absolutely love Everlong.
Well, Everlong, that 34% feels pretty strong right now as far as favorite. What I would want to continue.
I know,
but I'm going to go first. Like, I agree with you. Everlong it's more of my favorite, but I cannot in good conscience put it against I Will Survive and have it win. I can't.
Even though it's a 6 seed in Spotify,
Yeah.
Everlong is higher than I Will Survive.
Yeah.
This is not easy.
I'm going to contradict myself later in the show, though. When
Now,
I pick
here's
my
the
favorites.
problem, though, with the Spotify seating is a lot of people who are listening to I Will Survive are listening to it on vinyl. You know, they
true.
own this and they'll just pop it on
But
the
you'd be
vinyl.
surprised about what got a higher seed. Like some of these older songs,
Yeah.
it's like, wow, this really did well.
So are you both going with I Will Survive?
There's so many facts I had about Everlong.
Yeah.
Death rattle them up.
Is it not going on?
Well, you tell me.
I think I Will Survive has to move on.
Yeah, it does.
I love Everlong. I really do. But I agree.
We all love it.
I would vote for I Will Survive as well.
I would rather.
Who are we? Where's our integrity?
No, I would rather listen to Everlong.
Absolutely.
But I Will Survive has the longevity.
The breaking that song and then pulling it back and so good.
The lyrics were inspired for Everlong were inspired by Dave Grohl's romance with Louise Post of the band Veruca Salt. And in fact, she does backing vocals on that. She does doot-doot-doos during the kind of the guitar riff, and
Yeah.
then she also sings the chorus with him. I had no idea.
So good.
And yet, I Will Survive moves on. Next up, we have Never Gonna Give You Up by
Oh,
Rick
let me send you a link real quick, Zach.
Never gonna
What
give
is it? What
you
is it?
up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around.
This
and
is supposed to be the trailer for the
desert you.
Batman 2. Versus Don't You Want Me by the Human League.
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
That much is true. Why did you jump to the girl part?
I love that part. It's my favorite part of the song.
It is, but you didn't even do the chorus.
Don't you want me? Never Gonna Give You Up topped the charts in 25 countries.
You know, this feels like a troll pick because it has to be said.
Well,
this is
whoever
a
chose
mean
this-
troll song.
I sent our Spotify playlist to my brother, and one of the first things he said was, "Y'all got rickrolled."
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We're
And
all,
I'm-
and
but
we're all
here's the thing,
rickrolling everyone.
Because of the Rickroll joke, and if you don't know, it was a common trend to link something like, "Oh,
Was?
you got to click this."
I literally
guess
did it to someone today.
It's true.
Or
It happens all the time.
Shame on you.
You know, you got to click this. This is important. Here's
And
something you want to
the
see.
video has 1 billion views because of it.
It has more than 1 billion click-offs, right? Like, you know, the views of 2 seconds don't count.
Right.
It got to the
But
point
just
where
that
people
drum.
could recognize the URL.
Dun, 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 dun.
It actually has become a part of culture.
And it's funny
Pop
because
culture.
we're hating on the song, but for all those same reasons means it's stuck around. Whereas you have Don't You Want Me Baby, it was number 1 for 3 weeks.
Yeah, around 2 million in sales. My kids didn't know it.
Did they like it?
I don't, that's not
I
a
like we're
benchmark
going
I'm
off your
gonna put for
kids'
every-
barometers,
I know,
but
that's not. It's just for me. That's
Right.
my own little test I did. But it was just interesting to me that I like this song. It's never been. It's never been like a great like. I want to listen to it. When it comes, I'm like, hey, cool, 80s. I like this.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
such a
these
toe
were,
tapper,
these
though.
were 6 years apart.
Yeah.
Because these ones to me, like this actually feels like a pretty even matchup of songs in their style.
Well, it's
they
the
feel
17 and the 7 seed and a 10 seed.
and they seem of the same genre
Mm-hmm.
and similar time period. I think these are pretty evenly matched as far as sound goes.
One you'd probably listen to the full thing, and the other one you'd click off after 2 seconds, right?
That is the problem.
That would
I
be
listen to the
34%.
entire every time I get rickrolled. I listen to the entire song.
You stop it.
I
it's
love
not
it.
charity, Joel.
It
It's
is.
like Rick Astley's like, thank you, sir.
He is. He
For only
called
3
me,
cents a day.
and he said thank
and
you.
watching the full video.
He said thank you. I'm never going to give you up, Joel. That's what he said.
You're never giving him up.
But I'm voting for never going to give you up on this one.
I can't, in good conscience, vote for that song. I can't.
It's cultural impact. It was big then. It's still big now, Kent.
If that gets anywhere near the top 16 even, I don't know what I'll do.
So that comes to me then.
Yeah.
I have to decide between Don't You Want
Yeah,
Me
pick it, Zach.
and being Rickrolled.
It's not just being rickled though. It was a good song then.
But I do think you can't sit down and listen to this song. It's because it's a
I
meme.
totally can. You listen to memes all the time. I can listen to Nyan Cat and enjoy it.
For how long? The 10-hour mix? You probably do.
I do when I need to focus. But I was never going to give you up. It outperformed
fighting for it, Joel.
in sales.
Quit
It
fighting
got
it.
better sales. It not only got number 1 back in the day, it's still charting. It's not now, but it's still charted after that.
I feel really good when Never Gonna Give You Up comes on. I always laugh, I smile, you sing along for the first part, and then you switch away.
Even the lead singer of the Human League, Philip Oakey, says the track is overrated. He did not like it initially. He actually fought to not have it. He didn't like it. He wanted the last track.
Did they
on the
have
album.
any other hits?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't represent their sound, but it doesn't matter because it had stood the test.
It
of time.
was named though by publications as the breakthrough song of the second British invasion in 1983. Make the bad choice. I know you have to.
I hate it.
You know you have to though, and this is on you. It's on your head. When this is on the next episode,
First round, guys, we got to hurry through these.
It's going to be Never Gonna Give You Up.
we voted out Foo Fighters and then voted through Rick Astley.
Yes.
Now we have quite the matchup. This is Billie Jean from Michael Jackson.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene.
Showed a photo, baby. I look like my.
Oh no!
You think we're just getting noises, not even words? Go down in the bowl and around me.
Versus The Spirit of Radio from Rush.
Begin the day with the friendly
Oh, that's the one.
voice, a companion unobtrusive. I only know that one because I did the intro for our Rush episode. That was the parody that Ryan had.
So the Spirit of Radio is from Permanent Waves, that album from 1980. It hit number 51 on Billboard and was a concert staple until their retirement.
I've seen this live in concert twice.
Spirit Radio.
And I'm one of the weirdos that's only been twice because, again, people who go see Rush do it.
Oh, the
40
artistry
times.
of this song is great.
It moves.
It's a good driving song.
It's got a great.
Everyone's
got
got a stoner older brother listen to it.
It's got a random calypso bridge.
Yeah, which is why we're talking about this song
References
so
a
often.
Random clip
References-
my band's name in college. It
It references a Simon and Garfunkel song and
was actually a
Simon and
samba
G,
band.
actually.
Simon and RDG.
Yeah.
But it's going against Billie Jean, so Billie Jean moves on.
Yes, it does.
It really does. I thought Spirit of Radio is a good song, but it's not Billie Jean.
Now we have Don't Stop Believin' by Journey.
Just a small town girl
Whoa, he went there.
living in a lonely world.
Wow. You guys, you got to start that lower.
Joel said show more emotion, and I
On the
did.
Foo Fighters.
Versus In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel.
In your eyes, the light, the heat. Your eyes, I am complete.
In your eyes,
I see the doorway.
Your eyes.
Of 1,000 churches.
In your eyes.
I could go on the whole time, but. So these are actually fairly similar in timeline.
Yeah.
Don't Stop Believin' is 81. In Your Eyes is 86.
Don't Stop Believin' hit number 9, and In Your Eyes hit number 26.
Yeah, and Don't Stop Believin' has like 12 million in sales. In Your Eyes has 500,000 in sales. This is sad because In Your Eyes was an iconic song for me. I think I talked about it on a previous Love Song episode of Baconsale. Iconic love song for me. From the moment I saw it and Say Anything, probably before that, it became this ultimate love song for me, and I absolutely love In Your Eyes. I'm having a hard time here, is what I'm saying.
Are you?
Even I am, because I don't. It's once again, it's personal preference.
I
versus
do
cold
think
hard
the
facts.
emotion is there. It feels cheesy. That you think of the song, it's cheesy, but the emotion of In Your Eyes is there. It's a hopeful song as well, and so I really enjoy the song.
Cultural impact. I would say a good number of most anybody who's an adult knows most of the words, at least the beginning words of Don't Stop Believin'.
And
nobody knows more than
piano
In Your
starts
Eyes.
up.
Everybody knows where they are, knows what to do. It's a karaoke staple.
Yeah, it feels like the button in season 2 of Lost. If this song, because if the button is not pushed in season 2 of Lost, then something will happen.
Bad happens.
Something
Yeah.
bad will happen.
You have to sing along.
If Don't
4,
Stop
8,
Believin'
15,
is not
16,
sang at karaoke night, something bad will
Something
happen.
bad is happening.
So you guys are both voting for Don't Stop Believin'?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Can I give a pity vote to In Your Eyes?
Yeah,
Just for personal
sure,
preference?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
You're
it.
a contemporary adult.
I'm perfect. I'm perfectly okay with it not moving on against Don't Stop Believin', but I wish it would have gone against something else.
Don't Stop Believin' moves on.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Now we have Respect by Aretha Franklin.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Wow, you got a
Find
growl
out
there.
what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-t. Take care, TCB.
We know that now because Zach. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Versus, hold on.
Hold on, let me just sit here awkwardly while you guys sing to me.
Happy birthday
To you?
To you.
It's Joel's birthday. Joel, hold on. Happy birthday to you.
Where's my cake?
Happy birthday to you. It really is Joel's birthday, by the way.
May I offer
As the recording.
public
Yeah.
service announcement? The first note of happy birthday to you is the lowest note in the song. Please start low when you're at your next birthday party. If you start like, happy birthday to you, you can't fix that. You can't go anywhere
Celine
from
Dion
there.
could.
And also, you should sing it quicker than you do.
Is it bad that Respect is a cover of an Otis Redding song?
No, and actually, I listened to the Otis Redding song. Very different feel to it.
It is.
It doesn't have the same chutzpah.
No.
I mean, she made the song big.
Yeah.
So,
She made
I
the
mean,
song hers.
yes.
And she just has such a powerful voice.
Gentlemen, happy birthday to you may be the most well-known song in the entire
I think so, too.
world.
Yeah.
I argue if you walk up to anybody on the street and ask them to sing a song, they'll say, why are you asking me to sing a song, you crazy? And if they do it, they will
Zack
sing
on the
happy
streets.
birthday.
Oh, I was
Yes.
going to go with the spirit of radio.
Or Oscar Mayer Wiener. But yeah.
So 1893 is when it was reportedly created. There was a tune in an 1893 songbook, Song Stories for Kindergarten. But it actually was Good Morning to All, the original tune. Good morning to all. But it wasn't until 1912 that it was actually kind of put together with the lyrics to Happy Birthday.
And by the way, there were licensing rights up until about 7 years ago.
Yeah, only very recently did it go into public domain.
Yeah, because you
Yes.
remember back in the day, you couldn't sing Happy Birthday to You on like a TV show.
That's why Texas Roadhouse does their own stupid song.
Yeah, that's why one of my favorite moments in Community is the Community, the TV show. They cut to the scene of them all sitting around a table and they all go, to you, like they've just been singing it. And then Pierce, one of the characters, goes, why we only sing the last two words? Just because that's what you couldn't do. But then they actually got the public domain taken care of, so you can sing it now. It's okay.
So it's Respect, which got number 35, but still, Rolling Stone said it's the number one greatest song of all time. Up against Happy Birthday, which is probably the most recognizable song.
But is it a good song? Just
No.
because it's
Oh, it-
recognizable and
Absolutely.
iconic. Is it a good song?
You get warm fuzzies every time you hear it. And
You
when
get
I
warm
listen-
fuzzies?
when you hear
Oh,
Happy
I
Birthday,
love it when I'm shuffling through
So-
my playlist and Happy Birthday comes on.
It's
It is a little
creepy.
weird on the playlist. On our Spotify playlist, I have to admit, I'd be like rocking out to like Everlong, and all of a sudden, dun 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 dun.
I hate it. Because then
birthday.
you're waiting, you're like, I just want to blow out the candles. Please just stop singing.
No.
Stop staring at me.
No, Kent, what you do?
And don't say in many more. Please
Kent,
don't do that.
Can I make it better
Or
for you?
cha-cha-cha. Stop that.
No, it's perfectly fine. And make
No.
it your own. What you need to do, Kent, though,
I'm listening.
pick one person in the room, single them out, look at them the entire time. They will feel as awkward as you feel.
Done.
It's shared.
Oh, I'm doing that this next year.
That's horrible. It's going to be me, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
There you go. But I think we're all voting for Respect. Aretha
Yes,
We
Simpson.
have to.
Respect moves on.
All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come a little bit, hey, baby, just
Oh, it's getting weird again here. We have Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin.
And there's a wide out down the road.
I got the notes. I don't got the
Joel,
words.
I am very impressed, actually.
Oh, thank you. Thank
That's really good. Versus More Than a Woman.
Oh,
from
man,
the
more
Bee Gees.
falsetto. So I have an old supervisor of mine. She was hilarious, and one of my favorite things, she would, whenever she'd sing this song, which happened often, I don't know why.
More Than
but she'd
Woman
go,
or Stairway
More Than
to
a Woman.
Heaven? Okay.
She'd go, more than a woman, more than a woman to me. So every time I hear that, it happens. So More Than a Woman came out in 1977. Stairway to Heaven came out in 1971. More Than a Woman charted about 32 on the Billboard Hot
Okay.
100. Stairway to Heaven, I couldn't find anything other than
Do you know
it
why?
reached number 5 at the Norwegian singles
The
chart.
band never released it as a single so that people would buy the album.
Yeah, which worked. They
It
bought
totally
Tor
worked.
because of it.
Yes. It's often regarded as one of the greatest and most iconic rock songs of all time. We talked about this last year on our 70s bracket. Stairway to Heaven is kind of the joke song, but at the same time,
It was like an early meme.
yes.
You know, this is the forbidden riff.
Yeah, Rolling Stone gave it the number 31 on their 500 greatest songs. To me, this song of the Bee Gees, their melodies are okay sometimes, but it sounds like just melodic cats fighting a little bit. I can't get behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wouldn't be the Bee Gees song I would choose.
If it
Staying Alive, I'm
if it
guessing.
were Staying Alive,
Sure.
I would be pushing it. I'd make a case to push it farther.
Right.
Against Stairway to Heaven is tough anyway, though. And you put More Than a Woman against Stairway to Heaven, Stairway's winning.
Yes.
So
Stairway to Heaven goes on. Ooh, here's an interesting one. We have Losing My Religion by REM.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot. Light, losing my religion.
I always sound like the Weird Al Yankovic polka version of that.
Versus Pride in the Name of Love by
In the
U2.
name of love.
One more in the name of love.
It's
You
fine.
crazy fool, I won't give in to you.
Don't leave me this way.
I
I can't survive. Wait, we got
without
Moulin Rouge.
No, hold up, stop.
Oh,
Zach,
baby,
you cannot tease me with Moulin Rouge.
don't leave me this way.
This matchup is really tough. And I love whoever came up with both of these songs because
Losing My Religion is one of those songs that I think
It's a great pick.
and REM in general, I feel like has almost like become an underrated band.
Yeah, they're not
crazy.
as in the spotlight anymore.
They've put out tons of albums. They're all good.
I do want to point out the person that submitted Pride in the Name of Love specifically mentioned the live version in Rattle and Hum.
Okay.
However,
It's a great song regardless.
We discussed it, and if the live version really is like the maker, then we would have it included on their playlist. But a lot of times we
Like
just kind of
Cheap
say
Trick Live
the
at
song.
Budokan.
Yeah. If it's an iconic live performance that we think would have made it stronger, we would have included that. But I think we decided with all the ones we actually picked, studio version is on our playlist, and just the song in general we're going with.
So REM hit number 4 with this song. U2 hit number 33 with Pride.
Losing My Religion has around 2 million in sales, whereas Pride, I could only find like 250,000 certified sales. When I say sales, these are certified sales. Like that they can.
And
do
it's hard
platinum.
now that it's digital. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Zach,
Yeah.
what would you say?
For me, this is one of the. I recognize this as one of the more popular U2 songs, but it's never been one I'm a huge fan of. I
love it.
And
It's
I
great.
love this REM song. So I'm going with Losing My Religion.
Oh man,
Joel?
It's not easy. You just can't think about it too much.
like Losing My Religion is one of those songs where I will, when it starts playing, you get that kind of zone out, kind of meditation state with the mandolin. I love that. I absolutely love that. The term "losing my religion," by the way, I didn't know this until I read about this song. It doesn't mean like you're losing your religion, you're losing your faith. It's a Southern expression because REM is actually, I think Michael Stipe is from Georgia.
Yes.
He's a Southern boy. But it actually means to lose one's temper or civility. Being
happens
frustrated or desperate.
Twice a month on Baconsale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly on tournaments.
Yes.
Oh, and then Pride in the Name of Love is about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr., excuse me. But the thing about it is, one of the things they get wrong is the facts. Because he says early
that
morning.
all?
He says early morning, April 4th, when the assassination of Dr. King was actually at 6 p.m. So he's actually amended this in later.
I was about to vote him through, but now
But growing up, I didn't know that was what the song was about, Martin Luther King. I just
well,
kinda
it would have
sang-
been mourning his time. He's in Ireland.
It's a powerful song. It's just so good.
It's so good. And it is, boy, I don't know which one to go with here. Because Bono has expressed his dissatisfaction with the lyrics. He feels like it isn't sufficient enough to honor the memory of Dr. King.
Right. It was earlier U2 though.
It is, but at the same time, I absolutely love that song. And I don't know. Wait, Zach, what should you go for?
I am going with Losing My Religion.
I'll go for
by
Pride in the Name of Love to put it on Kent.
REM.
REM wins.
Really?
Yeah.
That easy.
Here's the thing. U2 already had a better song that showed up in the bracket.
You think one is better than Pride?
I do.
I disagree.
Okay.
Pride would have been my stronger song. But I like them both. I actually
they're both
love U2
amazing.
songs. Yeah.
But yeah, REM needs to go through with this.
Ooh.
Losing My Religion moves on.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot.
And now we have Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
Dun, 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 dun. I think we need to go with lyrics. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Is that Guile?
It's a montage.
Versus Shine by Collective Soul.
Whoa! Heaven let your light shine down.
Love it.
Remember Shine? Remember Shine?
It did take me back.
Hit number 11 on Billboard, whereas
Cool. This
Eye
is
of
a
the Tiger,
time capsule of a song.
Eye of the Tiger, number 1 for 6 weeks. What?
6 consecutive weeks.
What? America.
Yeah. Oh.
Also spent 15 weeks in the top 10. What in the heck was going on with Billboard at the time?
I do not know.
It also won the Grammy for Best Rock Performance or from a duo or group, whereas Shine got VH1's number 42 greatest song of the 90s.
No, look. Shine didn't win from Collective Soul, but Dolly Parton's recording of Shine earned her a Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
I love that.
Did it come after Collective
Yeah,
Soul?
it was like
because they wrote the
19
song.
Yeah.
It was
and
later.
then Dolly Parton, it's a
2000s, I
great
think.
version. I suggest you look it up.
She actually did a good job, but it's got to be kind of insulting to have your song get a Grammy.
Because that's how they hit it big after years, finally.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Shine brings you right back to the 90s. I would say this is one of the defining 90s songs.
Yeah.
Like, you hear that guitar riff and you're like, oh, things were like okay then.
Billy Corgan hates it.
Oh, I hate it too now.
Oh, well.
Billy Corgan hates it because he says that it's similar to his song Drown from, I don't remember which album that is, but he actually did take a lawsuit against him, but he ended up losing it.
Shine or Drown? I don't know which one makes me feel more hopeful. That's
If you listen to Smashing Pumpkins Drown, you'll hear the similarities between that and Shine.
Eye of the Tiger is like kind of tacky though, right?
It is this ultimate pump you up song.
Yeah.
Which means it lives squarely in like
Jim?
high school football.
No, I'm telling you right now, you put that on, you're mopping better. You know? You put that on, you're washing those dishes so clean.
This is on your mopping playlist, right?
It is. Alexa, turn on my mopping playlist.
Boom, boom, boom.
No, I think this
It's actually
song,
that and all by myself.
does anybody listen to this song all the way?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Because I absolutely would.
I did
Doesn't
own
it kind
the
of feel
Rocky
like the long
soundtrack.
version of DuckTales where you're like, I'm going to listen to the first 30 seconds and be
No.
good?
The beginning part's like, oh, okay, I'm pumped up. Let's go watch Rocky 3. That's fine.
Nope.
But
The
as
whole
a
thing
song,
through. It takes a long time to mop.
with Collective Soul's song, you have much more interesting like musical structure there, right? You've got cool guitar solos. These
You're correct.
This iconic like,
But it doesn't have the punch, pun intended, of Eye and the Tiger.
Oh,
Where it's like, it is.
it doesn't have the cheese, and it's better for it.
The different movements in Shine are good. I'm not complaining against those, but that beat in Eye of the Tiger that carries through the whole thing.
and just goes over and over and over and over.
So good,
and
though.
over.
So are you
Eye
guys
of the
making your
Tiger.
votes?
Eye of the Tiger.
Shine.
One song makes
6
you
consecutive weeks.
makes you want to be a better person. If I'm the laziest slug on the planet and Eye of the Tiger starts, as cheesy as it is,
And the other is a good song.
I'm exercising. And you're right, the other's a better song.
You're right.
I disagree.
But it hasn't sold 10 million copies worldwide, which is why Eye of the Tiger needs to move on. And I'm so sorry because I, like Collective Soul.
Choice, kid.
Zach, I'm sorry.
I feel like I just got punched in the head. Eye of the Tiger moves on. Now we have The Chain by Fleetwood Mac.
And if you don't love me now, and if you don't love me now,
Wow.
was that close?
It is really
was that
close.
I'm just
Actually,
picturing the Guardians
it
of
was-
the Galaxy walking.
87% accurate.
Yeah.
Versus My Way by Frank Sinatra.
And now the end is near.
And so I face the final curtain.
My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll stop there. I could keep going.
My way.
There we go.
I did it my way. He sings kind of weird. I got to be honest.
Wow.
Frank
Wow.
Sinatra?
Vowels.
Yes.
Sinatra
Vowels.
Slam.
Save it for our Sinatra show.
Yeah, his vowels are kind of weird.
Okay, so The Chain came out in 1977.
Did it-
My Way came out in 1969? Did it?
Yes. Did it chart here?
Oh,
The Chain?
no. Peak position was on Alternative and Rock, Billboard number 7.
Okay.
So not Hot 100, whereas My Way 27.
Right.
I would love to hear whoever submitted The Chain, like why that one? Because for me, it comes from Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, which is probably their strongest album, and has at least 3 other songs that I would put ahead.
All true.
If it were
including my favorite, Dreams.
If it were Go Your Own Way or Landslide, I would have pushed it farther. This is the higher seed. This is a 6th seed. I feel like this song got a recent push because of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
The hook is fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
It takes a while to go. It's got a cool little guitar thing, but it's got the choir things. When I play this one for my kids, they kind of made a weird face at the beginning, like, what is this?
It's really good listening, good background music.
But when it gets going,
A little toe tapper.
Yeah.
when it gets going,
Yeah.
it's a fabulous song.
What's
But I
better
don't think
though,
it's
My Way or New York, New York? What's more Sinatra?
New York for me.
Oh,
I would say so.
I would put this
Would you?
maybe. It's still top 10, but no. Come Fly
Sinatra
With Me.
hated.
Yeah,
My
he
Way.
hated it.
Bewitched.
So this represents that era a little bit more, though, of the Song of Songs, though, I would say.
Yeah, sure.
And that's why I'm going to vote
Well,
for My Way.
And
on this.
I will as well. I'll vote for My Way as well.
Me as well. Do you think it would have had a chance against Go Your Own Way?
That would have been a better battle, I think.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't think The Chain was as strong of a Fleetwood Mac song as we could have had.
But Fleetwood Mac is great.
Yeah, they are.
My Way moves on.
I did it my way.
Oh, sad.
This is a
So
weird.
sad.
This is a sad matchup. What'd you do, Spotify?
Yeah.
You put a toddler in the ring.
Hey Jude.
Hey, Jude.
By the Beatles.
Don't make it bad.
Versus somehow, Hey Jude is a long song at 7 minutes. Somehow we matched it up against an even longer one, Only in Dreams by Weezer. There's not words to this song. There's just that bass line.
I love Only in Dreams. We talked about this on Love Songs episode. We talked about it on episode 194, the Blue episode. We talked as the song
This
played.
must be a diehard fan if they're not picking Say It Ain't So as a representative Weezer song, or Buddy Holly, for example.
Or the Sweater Song.
Or Sweater Song.
Like those.
And from this, again, from the same album. Right?
Yeah.
This is on the Blue album, right?
But that's a true fan, right? Picking this song.
It makes you
over
wonder
the
if they were
others.
trying to play
8.
the Baconsale, because you and I have both expressed how much we
do love
Only
it.
in Dreams.
8
And
minutes long.
you're putting Weezer against the Beatles?
8 minutes long.
It's great. No,
Hey,
it's better because it's 8 minutes long.
is great when you're on a date.
We talked about, yes.
8 minutes long.
What's wrong with 8 minutes?
8
Okay, I'll tell you
great
what.
minutes.
I'm going to be super controversial. I'm sorry. Hey Jude is nails on a chalkboard for me. It's 7
dare you.
minutes. Jude.
It builds.
It's the na. It's 7
you don't like
minutes
the 4 minutes.
long.
You don't like the 4 minutes of na 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 na.
No, I really, really don't.
No.
And on principle, I'm going with Weezer.
Well, it's not going to win.
It's not, but
Hey Jude's going to go
Hold
through.
on, what if it wins, though?
No.
but here's the thing.
Hey Jude
Hold on,
has to
I
move
kind of
through.
want to play a Kent here.
No, don't play a Kent.
Should I do it?
No.
We've got, Joel, we've got other Beatles on the list.
Kent, it didn't chart. Only in Dreams didn't chart.
It charted
I don't
in
have
my
the
heart.
sales, no awards.
Okay.
The Beatles, you get number 1 for 9 weeks, Kent.
Guess what, though? I kind of hate the song, too.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you two?
I don't like this song.
Hey Jude is a fantastic song. Only in Dreams is a fantastic song.
I'm going to play Survivor here, though, because what if Hey Jude makes it past and it makes it to the Final Four, for example? I don't like this song, but based on legacy, it gets that far?
I don't know if it will. There's Hey Jude is really good. Like, as a Beatles song, I absolutely like it. But I do feel like other songs may have stuck around longer.
Have you ever listened to the whole thing?
Yes.
Really?
What is with you guys turning off songs? I'm a completist. I start a song, I finish it, except for Spirit of Radio. But that's not the point.
What? That was just hurtful, Joel.
That might have been a lash out of the Hey Jude comment.
Okay. For credibility's sake and
Thank
for that
you.
reason only, it has
Thank
to be
you.
Hey Jude. But I feel bad.
Don't like it, but I understand. Hey Jude moves on.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad.
All right, now we have Smells Like Teen Spirit from Nirvana.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
Guys, we all played the table drums instead of going on with the beats. We're like monkeys.
Hey, we're
Dave
90s
Grohl's really
kids.
good, okay? He's good at the drums.
What's it against?
Versus King of Pain by the Police.
There's a little black spot on the sun today. What?
I have stood here before
Inside the pouring rain, with the world turning circles running around my brain. I guess I'm always hoping that you'll
Hold
end
on.
this way.
Once again,
'cause my
Zach,
destiny
I thought you
to
said
be the
we
king
couldn't
of
include
pain.
any of our own picks in the Song of Songs because Joel picked the King of Pain.
I didn't. But this was my theme song in my theme song of my senior year. I
King
call it.
of Pain was your theme song?
It's all.
Who
it's-
were you?
It's about unrequited love.
That
kind of
was
stuff like
Joey. I know.
that was,
Please,
that was Lovesick Joe saying like, "I'll never find anybody."
Please continue to give me more facts so we can move on.
Weirll Yankovic did it in King of Suede.
Oh.
Yeah.
It did hit number 3 on Billboard. This is King of Pain, covered by Alanis Morissette as well.
Yeah, she did a good job of
So
it.
that's legacy.
After the and King of Pain was written
That's
after Sting.
condescension I was just using, by the way.
After
we speak
Sting,
down to people.
Yes, it
after
is,
Sting
Zach.
separated from his wife, he was feeling very emotional, and then he went to this place, and someone mentioned, "Oh, there's a black spot on the sun." He's like, "That's my soul up there."
Oh my God.
my word.
And then he wrote that in the song. I like King of Pain. I think it's actually a really fun song.
And shout out to the fact that I really don't like Sting on his own, but I really, really like the Police.
So if
band?
this was
Yeah.
either way, there's jumping subjects.
it's a controversial take. Every breath you take, if that were the song chosen, right?
Yeah. Message in a Bottle, Roxanne. I mean, there's lots of good choices.
I feel like those would have gone pretty far.
Nirvana was also
not against Nirvana.
was also covered by Weird Al Yankovic and Smells Like Nirvana.
Yeah, which
And
always
when-
earns points for you, right?
I like pointing that out because it's fun to compare those. But when Nirvana was asked, "Can we do?" When Weird Al Yankovic called them and said, "Can I do a parody of your song?" They were thrilled because they realized they made it at that point.
Yeah.
Because Weird Al was going to do a parody. But yes, definitely it's going to be Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Absolutely.
That was an iconic song, changed the
Smells
face
like-
of music in the early 90s.
Yeah, it totally did. Created
And
a
still,
movement.
To this day,
Yeah.
still people know that opening intro.
Smells Like Teen Spirit moves on. Now we've moved to the other side of the bracket. Finally, it's a long show. Sorry about that.
Oh, take it.
We have Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. I'm just going with
This is
kisses.
Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo.
I was struck by lightning walking down the street.
Why do we do the horn section?
Because it's so good. If I was to make a suggestion, it's not on the playlist, but I would listen to the version from the album Boingo Alive.
Oh, thank you, Zack.
live version.
So Mr. Brightside hit number 10. Dead Man's Party hit number 85 is what I have.
Dead Man's Party is a song that lives forever in Halloween playlists.
It is on my Halloween playlist. That's
Yep.
why my kids know it.
Of course it is.
Mr. Brightside, not my favorite Killer song.
What would be your favorite?
Oh, geez.
This is the most recognizable Killer song, though, whether we like it or not.
This is what
This is
sent
their
him to
song.
stardom.
I was going to say, I think I preferred.
It's the Human or Dancer.
somebody
song.
told me. Yeah.
Smile Like You Mean It.
Oh, so good.
Oh, man, it's so good.
I love Sam's Town as an album. It's just amazing.
And
So
I'm
here's
Hot
the thing.
Fuzz.
We have an 80s song,
Fuzz.
which has kind of stood the test of Halloween party time, Spirit of Halloween years.
Right.
And then we have a song from 2003, which is nearly 20 years old, but I would say reinvigorated alternative again.
Yeah.
And it put the Killers on the map immediately, and it stuck around. I don't even feel like it's aged today.
I feel like that when you think of Oingo Boingo songs, Dead Man Party is going to be top tier kind of party.
Dead Man's Party is, I think it's like the song you play to kick off your Halloween party. I like this band a lot. I grew up with this band and listening to their music. And this is kind of their defining song, really.
One of them, definitely. And so I'm voting for Dead Man's Party because I feel like you guys are leaning the other way. I feel like Dead Man's Party has the longevity. It's still around. It's still being played. And not even necessarily just at Halloween parties. If you remember, it was
I think it has been relegated to mostly that, but it's fine to listen anytime of
But you
year.
get that dun 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 dun. You hear
But
that?
even then, that is, there's so many different versions. Some of them are better than others. The main version that was initially released is probably the weakest.
You think so?
It's been done better.
I remember it was in Back to School, the Rodney Dangerfield
Right.
movie. It was felt so out of place in there, but that's when it became bigly popular. Bigly popular.
Again, this is weird. I grew up with Oingo Boingo. I like this music, but Mr. Brightside came. I was in junior high when this came out. Sorry to date things, and that's formative years, right? This music video, he's wearing a black tuxedo with a gold vest and a black shirt, and I'm like,
That's what you're wearing tonight.
Hey,
That's weird.
Hey,
Bias.
suits are cool. He looks real cool, and it is. I don't know. I liked this song for the time period, and it has aged really well. Which is weird. It is a one note melody.
Yeah.
And yet it is this super interesting song. You got cool guitar solo in there. I'm gonna go with Mr. Brightside.
Hey, you did pick James Blunt's favorite song of all time. James Blunt has stated that Mr. Brightside is his favorite song of all time.
Oh, let's take it back.
Down a peg.
No, it is the most recognizable alternative song of the past 20 years.
But Dead
Mr.
Man's
Brightside
Party,
is.
40 years.
I know if I go to a Halloween party dressed as Frankenstein, I will rock out. But no, I'm sorry.
Guys,
I can't
you
do it.
cannot relegate Oingo Boingo to Halloween parties. Halloween parties.
This
where that
song I
song
can.
belongs.
This song I can't. I can.
Yes.
Because I think that there's other better stuff. Gray Matter, I'll take over this. We Close Our Eyes, I'll take over this.
I love We Close Our Eyes.
Yes.
Even a song they hate, Weird Science, I'll take over
I
this.
love Weird Science.
So I think that this one became a little kitschy, which the whole band did, and that's their charm.
Oh, kitsch is terrible considering it makes things last longer.
But I'm going to go with Mr. Brightside as well.
Fine, jerk.
Mr. Brightside moves on. Now we have Like a Stone from Audio Slave.
In your house, I long to be.
Versus The Dance from Garth Brooks.
And I'm glad I didn't know
Kent, I'm glad he knew
the
it.
way it
Seriously,
all would end.
we sure didn't.
No, this is beautiful though.
The way
Keep it
it
going.
all would go.
Where'd that hat come from? It's weird.
From my backpack. It's sitting behind my chair. This is
All right,
this
so
is a
like
great
a
love
stone,
song,
this
great
is
rock song.
Audio Slave, and I'm glad Chris Cornell has some representation on this list because he was around from the grunge days. I think his voice developed so amazingly, and I think Audio Slave truly shows that. And so this is from their self-titled CD in 2003. The Dance is from Garth Brooks, self-titled in 1990. I didn't see that it charted anywhere but the country songs chart.
I only
Anywhere
got
it hit number
country
1.
songs. Yeah.
Whereas Like a Slave hit number 31 on Billboard. It's hard because Audio Slave, not as well known. Garth Brooks, powerhouse, right?
Yes.
And so there's...
Garth Brooks is weird, though, because nowadays it's hard to find his music. It's not on YouTube.
Okay.
It's not on Spotify.
But it is on a 75 CD set that you can buy for a lot of
Time Life.
Yeah. You know what drove me nuts? Was I go to YouTube to find, like, just listen to the song, and it would be it have a picture of Garth Brooks, but it was not Garth Brooks' voice. And no one in the comments was commenting on that.
Really?
It drove me nuts.
Garth Brooks is a straight up rock star, and he's awesome. And this is not what I think of him as singing, right? Like he does a good job here, but this isn't where I put his music.
Funny
because I
because-
am not a fan of the genre. Per
Garth
se.
Brooks said, quote, "Unless I am totally surprised, The Dance will be the greatest success as a song we will ever do. I'll go to my grave with The Dance. It'll probably always be my favorite song," end quote.
Yeah.
That's great. No, and it is a good song, and it's heartfelt. It's a meaningful song. I Got Friends in Low Places is fun, but
Right.
shallow.
Yeah, there's so many good songs by Garth Brooks.
I didn't know it, and so I'm biased
What?
here. Yeah, I didn't know it at all.
See, I love Like a Stone. Absolutely love
Yeah.
that song. Listen to it, and this is one I never skipped when I was listening to the playlist.
The Tom Morello solo in this song.
so good. He's so talented.
It's Tom Morello?
Yeah.
That's
It's
Audio
Audio
Slave.
Slave.
It's Chris Cornell, Tom
Rage
Morello.
Against the Machine.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
yeah.
Zach. Okay.
It's basically no Zack De La Rocha, Rage Against the Machine, kind of.
That's great. I love Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
I'm voting Audio Slave.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Garth
really sorry.
Brooks, one of the highest selling artists of all time.
I wish there was a more...
Listen to country once in a
This
while.
shows the
you jerks.
Baconsale
I probably
bias
should.
against country.
No,
Sorry.
truly. I think I wanted a more...
Hey, don't put me in that
But
boat.
generally
Garth Brooks
speaking,
supersedes
I wanted
country.
a more powerful song from Garth Brooks. I would love to see him in concert.
Yeah, Garth
Like
Brooks is
what?
a total rock star.
Horses Running.
That's not a Garth Brooks song.
Horses Running.
That's not even Garth Brooks' voice.
I know him really well.
No, but I agree with you. I definitely want to see him in concert.
Yeah.
But
I'm appalled by you.
The Horses Running concert. That tour was amazing.
sorry. Like a Stone goes on.
Boo.
Now we have With or Without You by U2.
See the sunset in your eyes.
Zach,
See the
I don't know. You're talking to your friends,
thorn
but I was
twist in
wondering
your side.
if you'd like to dance
And I
with me.
wait
Okay.
for you.
Okay, but like, let's put your hands up
That's
on
a
my
little,
shoulders.
that's a little close for me.
I know. Okay, here we go. So, do you like science?
No, I'm more of a PE guy.
You're a PE guy. Come on.
Versus Can't Take My Eyes Off You by Frankie Valli.
It's just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so
what do we
much.
got? Who let Hans Zimmer in?
This is our number 5 seed against our
I
number
did.
12 seed. With or Without You came out in 1987. Can't Take My Eyes Off You came out in 1967. So 20 years apart.
Man, both amazing songs. I really like Can't Take My Eyes Off of You.
I really like this. Do you think you
right?
would like it as much if
No.
Heath Ledger hadn't sung
Here's the
it
thing.
in that dumb movie you like?
I didn't know the song until I saw the movie, and then I was like, wow, that was a perfect scene.
And now I'm going to guess you have the Muse version on your playlist.
yes,
somewhere.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I think it's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas With or Without You, like Kent alluded to, has played at every school dance for the past, 40 years?
Let me ask you this. Is it a masterpiece? Is With or Without You?
Yes, because it's Pachelbel's Canon and D put to a romantic pop
then
song.
it's absolutely a masterpiece. Isn't every song canon?
Canon and D?
Yeah.
There's
More or
a lot.
As we walk down,
So it's
we'll
that chord progression.
remember.
I feel like With or Without You gets into the whinier side of Bono.
You just don't like any U2 songs.
I do not like this one all that much.
With or Without You needs to move forward. I do like Can't Take My Eyes Off You, but it's not as well known.
I disagree.
It's not as
I
ubiquitous.
do think it represents the doo-wop 60s sound really well.
And not many of those are known anymore.
Right.
No.
This has stood above all of its contemporaries.
Well, on this list,
argue.
for sure, it represents. But it doesn't go forward. With or Without You is an amazing song.
Nuts. I'm voting for Frankie Valli, even though it
And a
doesn't
nice
matter.
try.
But not the Four Seasons?
Forget the Four Seasons. It's a terrible hotel.
3 stars.
With or Without You goes on. Now this is this is one. This is a peppy "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift.
I stay out too late.
There we go. Thank you.
Got nothing in my brain.
That's what people say. Oh, that's what people say.
Versus also peppy "Mad World"
And
by
I
Gary
find
Jules.
it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad.
You guys are going too fast. That's Tears for Fears pace, man.
Best I ever had.
It's true. Because if you didn't know, Mad World is a cover of a Tears for Fears song that is faster, but
Yes.
still dark. Like I actually do enjoy both versions of Mad World.
I feel like if you know one version well, you will end up disliking the other.
Really?
Most people.
I heard
I've
the
talked to.
remake first from Donnie Darko, obviously,
Boo.
and immediately loved it.
Yeah.
I think the version is superior.
Also, on the same album, there is an alternate version that adds drums that got a lot of radio play on.
Oh, we're gonna
alternative
drums.
radio.
But
We should-
because,
we should have
Kent,
done
you realize because of Mad World being in Donnie Darko, every single movie since, every single drama since then has taken a pop song and turned it into
Don't
the
blame
piano.
Donnie Darko for that.
I absolutely blame
Shut up, Truita.
Donnie Darko, Gary Jules, and
No, this made me want to make a playlist of moody pop
And I
song
think-
covers.
I think that's it. I think that movie came out 2001, but I feel like every emo person, teen, whatever, kind of finds a time in their life when they love that song more than anything else. And it may be 3 weeks when they're in their emo phase, but still the song resonates. Whereas Shake It Off is a real phenomenon.
That is a mega pop hit.
right.
with a big splash in
Number
the pond.
1 for 4 weeks.
Yeah. Whereas Mad World didn't chart on the Hot 100, but did get Adult Alternative number 1.
Right. So USA Today, we haven't used them as a source yet. They said Shake It Off was one of the top 10 songs that defined the 2010s. That's 10 songs of the 10s. Decade Dance.
I'm obnoxious. I don't know if you guys know, but after this song came out for a good year, I would just point at anybody doing anything, and I'm like, Fisher's gonna fish. Oh, Jumper's gonna jump. Jump.
Doesn't Shake It Off,
But-
if it wasn't Taylor Swift, doesn't it seem like it'd be a really big one-hit wonder?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It
what
has-
does the fox say?
Kind of
Or
has
like
one-hit
Gangnam
wonder
Style?
vibes, but you're like, but it's from Taylor Swift, who has
And it's
many,
an
many
earworm.
hits, you know?
Well,
Right, really.
It's funny you mentioned, by the way, Zach, when you talk about Fish is Gonna Fish and all that. There was an R&B singer who actually claimed that Taylor Swift plagiarized his 2013 song "Haters Gonna Hate" because he had lyrics that said "Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, watch out for them fakers, they'll fake you every day." And he said the hook is the same as mine. There would be no Shake It Off if it weren't for "Haters Gonna Hate." He said 92% of her song came from his song, and he demanded $42 million. I listened to his song.
Okay.
It's not at all similar. And in fact, a judge, I'm going to read the judge's ruling,
Okay.
if I may. At present, the court is not saying that Bram can never, ever, ever get his case back in court. But for now, we have got problems, and the court is not sure Bram can solve them. As currently drafted, the complaint has a blank space, one that requires Bram to do more than write his name. And upon consideration of the court's explanation, Bram may discover that mere pleading Band-Aids will not fix the bullet holes in this case. At least for the moment, defendants have shaken off this lawsuit.
Is this Judge Swift?
Wow.
Swift Justice.
Swifty Justice.
I actually was, it was funny just 'cause I'm like, wow, this judge really knows Taylor Swift
I
songs.
bet she blackmailed the judge and said, "I will write a song that will ruin you."
No, she has to date him first.
Oh, yeah,
before
that's
she writes
true.
a song
Yeah.
about him. I am giving it to Shake It Off, however, because I do feel, even though it's our most recent one, that was a huge splash initially. It has still stuck around almost 10 years later.
Sure.
And I feel like it made a cultural impact.
I think we all go through a moody phase.
I love Mad World, though.
where we
Yeah.
like Mad World, and then maybe you grow out of it, and maybe you go, that's a little angsty for me.
Well, and the writer, what's his first name? Andrews.
Roland Orzabal.
No,
and
no,
Michael Andrews.
Michael Andrews.
Yes.
He had such a low budget because the movie was this really low budget movie. So he's playing the piano, the mellotron, the mini marimba, the xylophone, the ukulele, the organ. That's all him.
Right.
And then he hired Gary Jules to do this.
It's a song that transcends the movie. And I mean, it being a remake song, like it's going to be great anyways.
I really like the song.
Yes.
Almost as much as I hate Donnie Darko.
I know you do.
Yeah.
So, Zach, you're going Shake It Off as well?
I kind of have to for cultural impact.
We all kind of have to, but I'm going to give the pity vote to Mad World.
Fine. I think it's acceptable.
Shake It Off moves on. Now we have September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I remember. Which I never knew they were saying September. It was just noise. They're saying Badia.
Badia.
And then
Say that you remember. Badia, Dancing in September.
Well, now when you say it like that, it makes sense. Do it in falsetto.
Versus Peaches by the Presidents of the United
Moving
States of
to
America.
the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving
to the country,
gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Peaches come in a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown.
All around me there are
million places.
Remix. Earth, Wind, and Fire sang the song September back in 78, whereas Peaches was released in 1996.
September hit number 8. Peaches actually hit number 29.
Which surprised me.
Yeah, right?
I love
It was also nominated for a Grammy.
But it lost to Free as a Bird by the Beatles.
Yeah, right?
Bad,
You guys aren't even a
bad
band
timing on their
anymore.
part.
Yeah.
No awards for September. It was added to the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry.
So I do need to give some death rattle facts, and I'm so sorry because
which
they
one?
made it pretty far into our bracket for the 90s. But the presidents of the United States of America admitted they borrowed riffs from Bad Company's Feel Like Making Lunch.
Thank you, Ken.
And the lead singer overheard, this is how the song was written, he overheard a homeless man mutter, "I'm moving to the country. I made a lot of peaches." Under his breath
Sling Blade?
repeatedly. It's Sling Blade reference. And he was a bust out. And he said, "It stuck with me." And then he goes on to tell this story about the lyrics about how he went to this girl he had a crush on's house. He was under a tree and he was taking some sort of substance. It was
Mind-altering
hallucinogenic.
substances, yes.
Yes, precisely. And while tripping, he sat under this tree and he smashed peaches with his fist.
And then watched
Oh, really
the
deep
band
song.
could have been called Smashing Peaches.
Yeah, right?
Oh, that would have been great.
Dang it.
I do like Peaches, although it's not my favorite Presidents of the United States of America song.
Dune Buggy. It's Dune Buggy, right?
Lump. It would be Lump.
I know.
And which is on the same album, right?
Yeah.
Lump. Is
I actually
great.
own that album. for a
They
while.
have more than one.
It gets awkward when they start singing about kitties.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I don't have the album anymore.
Yeah.
But
Your mom threw it away.
I did after EFY.
Yeah.
But
Yes. What are those?
September is, having had some experience as a wedding and event DJ, this is a song that injects a lot of energy into any event.
you tell me if
Absolutely.
you turned on Peaches at a wedding, people wouldn't go nuts?
A certain age of person might
And the rest?
would be like, what is happening here?
How do you dance to Peaches?
Why are all these people singing
At
about
the end,
peaches?
you're doing the bounce. Millions of peaches.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Peaches for
certain
me.
age of people.
Yeah.
Gen X. But I think September has a lot of staying power, even if you might not necessarily be able to sing it right off the bat. I think unless you are a specific age, you can sing Peaches. But most people can't. So because of that, I'm going with September.
For sure.
September moves on and squashes those Peaches. Now we have Don't You Forget About Me from Simple Minds.
Don't you forget about me.
I'll be your-
Don't.
Oh.
Don't.
Oh, you guys both did the fist raise.
Same
We're,
time.
we're waiting for you.
Hey, 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 hey. Ooh.
There we go.
Okay,
For the
we all
record,
did that
we
raised
are all
fist.
raising our right fist in the air because of Breakfast Club versus, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
Picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations.
Our falsetto
Giving me
guys.
the
We should start a
excitation.
band. I'm just not
We
saying
should
that,
call
guys.
it. Hold on. We should call it Baconsale.
Yes.
We failed.
We're such
Okay,
idiots.
well, you guys got some facts for Don't You Forget About Me?
Simple.
Hey!
No. Here's the thing. That song hit number 1.
Yes. Oh, okay. I'll point that one. Okay, listen to this
Okay.
real quick. Peak position for Don't You Forget About Me, number 1. Peak position for Good Vibrations, number 1. Sales for Don't You Forget About Me, 1 million, around 1 million. Sales for Good Vibrations, 1.5 million. It's very close.
Right.
Very close here.
But it's the Beach Boys.
But it's not close whatsoever.
I love the Simple Minds song. It was supposed to be a Billy Idol song, and it's better because it's not.
Simple Minds didn't even want to do that song because it's not an original Simple Minds song.
They
But it
said
became their iconic song.
Someone else wrote it for him, and they were
Yeah.
like, they wrote it to sound like a Simple Minds song.
Right.
And Simple Minds was like, we are Simple Minds. We
Yeah.
don't do songs that sound
They're
like
like,
us.
sing this for a new movie, which it took off like crazy.
And the Don't You Forget About Me is a call for my kids for breakfast a lot of times. I'll turn it on the Amazon Echoes in the house and play that song, and that means I've made something for breakfast. Come on down, because we did a breakfast club where we try new
funny.
things.
Oh, wow, that's so cute.
Yeah.
That's adorable. Iconic moment in 80s movies and movies in general.
Yep.
And directly tied with this.
Once again,
the song in the movie.
I like the song Don't You Forget About Me from Breakfast Club much more than I like the actual movie Breakfast Club. Controversial opinion.
Sure.
And the la la la's at the end of Don't You Forget About Me, he added that in, the la 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 la, just as a placeholder to put lyrics in later. And then they went,
It's stuck.
it's good, keep it.
Yeah.
That sounds fine.
We got nothing else to do.
It's a great song. I'm glad it's on this playlist, but I am absolutely voting Good Vibration.
100%.
Even though Simple Minds does have the higher seed of 6, and Beach Boys is
Crazy.
an 11. But yeah.
Once again, most people were listening to this on vinyl. That's where they get it from today.
Yep.
All right, Good Vibrations moves on. Now we have Santeria from Sublime.
I don't practice Santeria. I love how you don't have to sing good to sing that song.
No. Versus The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Jared Leto is the singer here. If
He
you
is.
look at the reference.
Guys, the cops are right outside. Just letting you know. Noise ordinance.
We didn't really kill anybody. We're fine.
So Santeria actually was released after the death of lead singer Bradley Nowell.
Yeah.
Hit number 5 only on modern rock tracks.
Santeria actually is an Afro-Cuban religion practiced in Cuba, South Florida, and exported to the other areas of the Caribbean.
Do you like the song more than The Wrong Way? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do?
Yeah. I might like Bad Fish better
Sorry, I
than
had to
this
take a
one.
drink because I was screaming as Jared Leto.
Right, exactly. So The Kill is an interesting song because it's not one I would put on this bracket, but every time I listen to it, I'm like, the energy is in the room. Like, it rocks. It's number 65 on Billboard.
I do prefer Attack by 30 Seconds to Mars more.
You do? Okay.
Than The Kill.
I'd
Pretty
say
comparable.
I prefer this one.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it on Baconsale before. I saw them live in concert, and Jared Leto sang this song so boringly.
Yeah.
It almost ruined my night. I'm like, that's the one I really like. Sing it better.
I have to pick Santeria. I'm going to pick Santeria.
Whoa, hold on. What?
I'm picking
That came out of
Santeria.
nowhere.
So easily.
No, because
Just because it
30
was
Seconds
that
to
kind of
Mars,
song?
Well, no, 30 Seconds to Mars is not, to me, one of the greatest bands of all time. And I don't see their songs as like everyone knows it and iconic. Like, I didn't know a lot of their songs until later. It was like, oh yeah, I remember that one from way back when. And also just with my kids, they didn't know it, but they knew Santeria. Oddly enough, not the artist and title of Santeria, but they were like, oh yeah, I've heard this one because they listened to 97.9 or something.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm picking Santeria.
That's a shocker.
Kent, what do you
How
think?
shocker is that?
I'll go to you.
He makes a good case.
Really?
I agree.
You're going Santeria.
I'm going to Santeria.
Okay.
Honestly, when you came over to my house earlier,
Yeah.
I said, wait, how does The Kill go?
Yeah.
And then you started singing, I go, oh yeah, I like that song. I'll never forget Santeria. Santeria stays in your head.
Well, you say Santeria, I got the tune in my head. You say The Kill, and I'm like, which one?
And truly, Sublime.
Yeah, because the song doesn't go, I don't practice the kill. You know, like it doesn't say
please
the
don't
title
practice
in
The
it.
Kill, kids.
Please don't.
No, there's a Sublime. They deserve, like, granted, it's early 90s fame, and they fit right in that realm.
I've mentioned that I feel like Sublime is overrated.
Yes, you have.
And I
but
stand by
as a
that.
touring band, as a fan favorite cult band, they deserve some sort of accolades. And I feel like this is it.
I'm going to go with the kill just for nothing.
I know. But yeah, we're going to go with Sublime for the win.
Fine.
I just don't want to sing it again. That's why I voted it out.
Santeria moves on.
I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball.
All right, now we have Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Wow!
We can't do it anymore.
It's not a no sweet song. You're getting the high note.
Do. Oh, geez. Versus The Promise by When in Rome.
I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I know they won't sound the way I planned them to be. But if I had to walk... Oh, I totally lost it there at the end. I promise you. I promise you. My throat is so gone. Jared Leto killed my vocal cords.
See, that's why we voted him out.
Yeah.
The Promise got number 11 on Billboard. Sweet Child of Mine.
Number one. The
It
band's
was-
only number one U.S.
Yeah,
single.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Although they didn't win any awards, but once again, Sheryl Crow's cover of Sweet Child of Mine won a Grammy Award.
I do not like.
It's not great.
That's not nice.
This is going to be a difficult one only because...
Is it?
Well, personally, I love both these songs, but I think The Promise was one of those songs that I loved.
Why do you like
great
it?
song.
Do you like? Did you listen to it when you were a kid, or did you listen to it Napoleon Dynamite?
It's Kid Memories. And when I saw it Napoleon Dynamite, it was waves of nostalgia.
You're like,
well, that's
Tetherball.
purposeful, right? That's like, hey, we're gonna get the nostalgia.
That's why they
bait
did
on
Forever
this.
Young in the dance as well.
Right. I mean, yeah, but it seems like kind of like pandering at the
Yeah.
same time.
But
So
I
you
feel
think
like
The Promise is a flash in the pan?
Yes.
And
no. I don't think my kids knew both of them, but I do feel like more people know Sweet Child of Mine than
Yeah.
would know the
It's got the whole jazzercise synthesizer.
I love it. You need a friend. Don't look to a stranger.
Let's keep going.
I love that one.
But you're both voting for
Sweet
Guns
Child
N'
of Mine.
Roses.
Yeah.
I've never been a huge Guns N' Roses fan.
I know.
And I love this song. I love The Promise so much, so I will vote for it, even though it, once again, doesn't matter. Sweet Child of Mine moves on. Now we have Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. No.
Don't pick a key versus Birdhouse in Your Soul from They Might
Looking
Be
there in
Giant.
the alley by the light switch. Who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul.
Joel, I feel like we're ruining your song.
I can sing the entire.
Make a little
I can sing the entire
I'm
Flood
your
album.
only
Start to finish.
friend. I'm
Memory.
not your only friend, but I'm a glowing
little
friend.
glowing friend, but really, I'm not actually your friend, but I am. Oh man, this one hurts.
I just want to
hate
see
it.
Joel suffer. Zach, let's take a little break.
I'm good. Yeah,
I
Joel,
hate it.
Joel, how's it going over there?
Let's see your inner
I
turmoil.
hate that these two are matched up against each other.
So,
you do.
for
Hate it.
all of those that don't know,
Is Shaun of the Dead your favorite movie of all time?
It's top
they
two.
might be giants.
Then Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Slumdog Millionaire kind of play around.
sure.
This band is Joel's favorite band of all
Damage
time.
Giants is, yes.
So
And
your
I-
favorite band versus
Queen,
one of
Queen
your
is also.
I'm
within
putting
my
it out
top
there.
five.
I'm not going to speak for you, but for me, Birdhouse in Your Soul is their best song. I think it's
It is the most. It's the
fantastic.
highest charting single.
Yeah,
of them.
I think it's their absolute best song. There's so much there. There's so much there.
There, you're opening a door, Ken. You don't want to open with this.
No,
much.
go on. No, please do.
We already gone very long. This is once again a personal
Okay.
versus factual choice.
Joel, you're at an intersection. You're driving Tess, windows down,
Yep.
Birdhouse in Your Soul comes on. Do you turn it up?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely, right?
I will sing along
No
to that
shame.
wholeheartedly.
Okay. Don't Stop Me Now comes on. You're at that same intersection.
I'm
Do you
singing
still?
full volume.
Okay.
Tonight I'm gonna
Which one?
have
Which one more?
myself a real good
Which
time.
one are you blasting more?
I'm playing them both at the same time and
nice
singing them both at the
mashup.
same time.
Sure.
Birdhouse in Your Soul is one of my favorite songs. Like it has that nostalgic love for it. Don't Stop Me Now. I know people know it better than Birdhouse in Your Soul. If I went to a crowd of people and said, "Hey, how many of you love the song Birdhouse in Your Soul?" Which one is that? And I'd sing it. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Who watches over you? I get that one.
Yeah. Can you guys just vote for Don't Stop Me Now? Because I give a pity vote to
Yeah.
Birdhouse in Your
Okay.
Soul.
Yeah.
Don't Stop Me Now.
Don't Stop Me Now.
Yeah, that was easy.
Which I hate to do because I actually love Birdhouse in Your Soul.
I do too. It's told from the. It's how many songs do you know that are told from the narrative of a blue canary nightlight? Like that's what the angle is here. And while Birdhouse in Your Soul didn't, and this is another love letter to a Death Rattle fact. Birdhouse in Your Soul didn't win any awards, but when they remixed it, not remixed it, but they revamped it for an episode of Pushing Daisies with Kristen Chenoweth and what's her name, Ellen Green singing it. That won a Primetime Emmy Award for Best Outstanding Music.
Okay.
So good for them.
Sorry, Joel.
This hurts.
Don't Stop Me Now moves on.
'Cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. The shooting star leaping through the sky.
Now we have Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd.
Hey, Is there anybody out there? I hate that starting.
it Dylan?
It gets so much better after
It does, but
that
it's such
first
a
part is
standout
off-putting.
part. Versus Thriller by Michael Jackson.
It's close to midnight.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
Wow, we just like very
Well, we
mellowly-
didn't have to even
seriously.
waste
Jared Leto
time.
killed our vocal cords, and we're all
Yeah.
like very subdued now.
So Comfortably Numb, Rolling Stone gave it number 179 of the top 500 songs of all time. It never charted here in the U.S., kind of like Led Zeppelin, but it did really well overseas because it's one of those album songs.
Yes.
Whereas Thriller, number 4 on Billboard. I was surprised it wasn't number 1. You know what's
Yeah.
crazy, though? That was the 7th single from that album.
Yeah, they kept putting out singles, and they kept like pushing those songs. Like, it's a novelty song. That's not a single. That's
Just
not a
find
single.
the album is Thriller.
Yes, Thriller.
And then they finally
One of the greatest albums of all
released
time.
it, and then it doubled sales after that.
Yes.
Crazy.
Comfortably Numb is, the whole album of the person that submitted this, I don't remember who it was, but they did say they wanted the live version from Pulse.
Okay.
But I listened to that. I listened to this one, and I went, it's not going to make a difference one way or the other.
I do
on
feel
our
like
bracket.
once the song gets into it, it is one of the least trippy Pink Floyd songs, and I actually kind of like it as like a background song.
But if it were Another Brick in the Wall or Wish You Were Here,
Well, sure, absolutely.
Which we
Stronger
are going to
pick.
take so much
But-
flack for being,
Well,
normies.
here's
Listen
the
to
thing. I'm
radio
generally
hits.
a
No
deep cuts guy,
Yeah.
but this is not a deep cuts bracket at the
is-
same time.
save it for our deep cuts.
I
song of
would
songs?
love that.
That would be.
But no, this is
let's work
this
with
is
that
this
idea.
is a true fan who's picking this song.
Yes.
And all the respect, but it's also going up against Michael Jackson.
So it's a concept album, The Wall is, about an embittered and alienated rock star named Pink. This is pre-Pink, I might add. Pre-Pink the singer.
Is it Pink Floyd?
And then in Comfortably Numb, he's medicated by a doctor so he can perform a show. That's what they're talking about when they say Comfortably Numb. And that's
Oh,
kind of how
okay.
they're singing, I feel, is this
Yeah.
kind of, oh, I'm tired. Oh. But I do like the music once it get going.
Yeah, me too.
But Thriller is
Right.
the more, even though you guys are going to put it at Halloween parties every year.
I would
It-
listen to Thriller at any time.
Yes, me too.
Oh, but not Dead Man's Party?
I listened to it all last night and was so happy. And I listened to it again today.
Do you listen to it all the way through?
Absolutely. I listen to. I oftentimes listen to a cover by Scandroid that I love. Thriller is great.
Yeah.
Easy vote for me. Thriller moves on. Right now we have Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Ooh, see that girl.
Boom, boom, boom,
Watch that scene. Digging the dancing queen. Oh, I'll talk about it in a second. Can we tell
Versus
us?
Barbie Girl by Aqua.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
That was on our one
Life
hit
is
wonders.
plastic.
90s one hit wonders
It's
show.
fantastic.
So Dancing Queen, I learned something, guys. When it says you can dance, you can.
Jive.
Try.
You say try, you say jive.
Jive.
I thought it said die, having the time of your life. That's what
Is
I thought.
this Carrie?
But it's jive. It is jive.
Okay.
And I really was
Wait,
confused.
so you're like Halloween playlist. You can dance, you can die.
I thought it was just like you can like I thought it was saying don't worry about the future, just dance till you're dead. You'll have the time
It's
of
a
your
Swedish
life.
death cult. That's what ABBA means.
Does it?
No. So Dancing Queen hit number 1 here and in a dozen other countries. Barbie Girl hit number 7, pretty high for a one-hit wonder. Mm-hmm. And it sold over 8 million copies worldwide. It was huge.
You'll be happy to know,
Sure.
that when I played Barbie Girl for my kids, they
Okay.
immediately knew it.
Of course they did.
but they thought it was Toy Box
What?
because I listened to
Dad
Toy
of
Box
the year that they know Toy Box over Aqua.
They shouldn't though.
I'm so proud of you.
No, it's like Toy Box is like the generic brand of Aqua.
Take that back. They're
It's
the more
true,
talented
you
version,
know it.
lesser known. I do not know that.
Save it for Aqua versus Toy Box show.
100%.
So yes, 1976 for ABBA, 1997 for Barbie Girl.
Guys, I'm going to throw this out there. Hot take. I hate when people say hot take, but I'm still going to do it. I've never liked the song Dancing Queen.
You shut your mouth right
I've
now.
always
Kent
actually
Dunn.
been annoyed by it.
No.
Whereas there was a time when I was like, oh, Barbie Girl is kind of fun. So I'll say this. One is 100% tacky, but I've liked it more.
These both are kind of tacky.
Yeah.
Like both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of why I liked how they were matched up by Spotify.
Yeah, me too.
listens. Ken, you seem like you're leaning towards Barbie Girl.
I can't. I mean, for credibility's sake, I can't. Dancing
That
Queen
went out
does
the
have to
window a
go
long
on.
time ago.
I can't. I can't give the win to Barbie Girl. I just, in my heart of hearts.
You have to go Dancing Queen. Mm-hmm. Zach?
Yeah, I'll go Dancing Queen as well.
Okay. I want to tell you a quick story.
Okay.
I was DJing a party in college. Not professional DJing, mind you, Zach. I was literally an iPod plugged into the sound system of this room.
Good job.
And we were playing songs that I think it was a laptop actually, but we were playing songs off iTunes that we just liked.
Sure.
And no one was on the dance floor. And we're like, what's happening? How come people are kind of grooving on the side, but no one's on the dance floor? And then we turned on Dancing Queen. And the floor filled
It's a party
almost
starter.
immediately with women, which then drew on the men. And the whole rest of the party, people were dancing. And that's what I learned. Dancing Queen is a magical song.
It is. The song that's not on this playlist, but probably should be, is I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Same effect, right? These
There's
are
no
party
Whitney
starters.
Houston
No,
on
wait,
this.
yeah, she's not there.
Fail. It's fine.
Anyway, I am
Listener
also...
fail.
I am voting for Dancing Queen as well. So
Sure.
sweet for Dancing Queen. Sorry, Barbie. No party.
I just typed Dancing Girl on the playlist because I'm confused and tired.
Ooh, make that mashup.
Dancing Queen moves on. Now we have Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son. No.
Nicely done.
That was good, Zach.
I feel like I'm in nine.
Why do we have all these raspy singers? My throat is already dead.
And How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. I am
I am human and I need you to know.
Guys, I think we actually nailed the Smiths sound.
Honestly,
Just like
Most-
everybody else knows.
most accurate of the night.
So Fortunate Son hit number 3. How Soon Is Now didn't chart here. Though it did get number 421 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Songs list.
for them.
But Fortunate Son got number 99. It is also in the Library of Congress.
And it is like one of those iconic anti-war songs that you hear every single time the Vietnam War is, ever since Forrest Gump, I believe, every single time the Vietnam War is played in a movie, it's going to be playing somewhere in the background.
Is there a better Smith song to represent them?
No.
Panic.
Okay.
Panic on the streets of London. It's a good
No,
one.
this feels more Smithsy.
Well, but this is weird to say. I know.
I would say this is not Smithy at all.
Really?
I wouldn't say it's Smith-esque.
I mean, it's moody, though.
They're all moody.
I will say this. I feel like How Soon Is Now is more iconic for that sound, that the tremolo.
You mean the
tremolo
sound of the WB
effect?
in 1997 with
Yeah,
Charmed?
it was Charmed. Also
It
the
is
Craft.
Charmed.
There was
Yes,
It's a
yes,
Charmed
that
thing.
too.
But I do feel like that one noise, that's kind of like, oh, hey.
It's a good-
And the
it's a
rest of the
good
song
music
is
noise.
You mean the
Fine.
Silent Hill siren that starts off the song?
Yeah. But Fortunate Son, I'm voting for Fortunate Son because I feel like it has the more longevity.
Yeah.
And the more oomph initially. I don't think How Soon Is Now made an oomph until the mid 90s.
Yeah, I agree.
Which isn't a bad thing because it still made an oomph. And I like both these.
Hold on. When something makes an oomph,
Yes.
what would you say it's done?
It made a boom boom pow.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. That now explains it.
No, I actually like both these songs, but I'm going to say Fortunate Son.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Fortunate Son goes on.
It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son.
Oh, you're sure you didn't put this together, Joel? This is the Joel matchup.
It is,
It
but
is.
not.
Okay, we have Living on a Prayer from Bon Jovi.
She says we gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not.
We got each other.
Guys, short show.
No, it's not.
I can't not finish that though. And that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer.
on a chair.
Lemon on a Pear is what I usually sing. That was really good, Joel. Versus Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Kent?
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but that ain't music.
That's Leonard Cohen, by the way. There are so many versions. Like
Every
I'm
cover
gonna make a
of
case.
this song
I said,
is
there's
better.
there's 300. I think they said covers of this
I
song.
actually think the song Hallelujah is a masterpiece that's got better with every redo. The Jeff Buckley one is fantastic, but I really love Rufus Wainwright's as well.
yeah.
Is Jeff? Which one's in Shrek?
Oh, Rufus Wainwright, I believe.
Oh, then I love
no,
it.
actually,
That's the
no.
one I
Is it
like.
Jeff Buckley?
Rufus Wainwright is the one on the album, but it's actually John Cale's version that was in the film itself.
Oh,
What
okay.
an unfortunate name, Rufus Wainwright.
It's
I
Rufus
have
Wainwright, not Woofus.
Woofus Wainwright.
Woofus
Wainwright. Homestar 10.com.
I hate to break this to you guys. When I played Hallelujah, my kids knew it. Not from Shrek, from Sing.
Oh, I was going to say from Watchmen.
No. The kids love that one.
From
the
Sing.
From the
It's in the
Snyder
first one?
Cut trailer.
I don't know. They said Sing, and I went, really? But
Here's the thing. So Hallelujah is my go-to karaoke song. But it's not this version because, wow, who goes that low?
Leonard Cohen has such a gravelly, like just rumbly voice in the sense of like, it sounds like he hates being up there.
Sure.
And then the choir comes in and it is beautiful.
It is.
And the song composure itself is amazing. But Leonard Cohen's version is not my favorite version.
And did you know that the song didn't actually crack the Hot 100 until after he died? Kind of like an artist, right? It hit number 59 after he died. And then we go over to Living on a Prayer, which isn't my favorite Bon Jovi song. Maybe
Is
top 3.
Absolutely tier 1 karaoke song.
Yeah,
this
sure.
will inject energy in any party.
Yeah.
And I always expect it to show up.
As you should, because it is a fun song to sing. It's a fun song to listen to. It was my ringtone. When ringtones weren't even a thing, you had to program in the notes. I programmed in Living on a Prayer on my phone. I'm voting for Living on a Prayer.
It's great.
Just for Shrek and Zack Snyder, I have to go with Hallelujah.
Yes, you do.
Little pity boat there.
And I will go to Living on a Prayer. All right, now we have I Write Sins, Not Tragedies from Panic at the Disco.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help to hear an exchanging of words.
I love you too. What a beautiful. Oh, so I could do
Stop.
the whole song.
We'll stop there.
I could do the whole thing.
Meh.
Versus Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith.
Sweet emotion. Ooh, thanks for coming in on that.
I had to.
That was nice.
Yeah.
All
right,
right, just
so-
picture the sweet feeling of being on a roller coaster in Walt Disney World on this song.
Panic hit number 7 with their song, and Sweet Emotion hit number 36.
Didn't Fall Out Boy do that one?
It pretty much, right?
Yes, they did. They covered it. Ha-ha! I have facts. They covered it.
What, in concert?
I don't know.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't matter. They're the same band. No, just kidding. Here's the thing. Panic at the Disco, I think they've evolved as a band over time. But this first album...
You mean
changed-
Brandon Urie? Like he's
yeah,
the
Brandon
only
Urie.
one.
That's
This was
it.
the band
He
at the
is
time.
Panic at
It
the
did
Disco.
change the landscape at the time. It came out with this unique sound that was more similar to, I don't know, something reminiscent of Queen, but we didn't have in the mid-2000s.
Panic at the Disco has always struck me as that kid who writes the deep poetry and then wants to share it with the class.
But Joel, you're missing the whole genre at the time. Like My Chem?
Yeah,
Right?
But
don't
emo
call
pop
it my
punk.
chem.
Yeah, it's my class, my favorite class.
Yeah, if you're talking about a class, sure, call it my chem. But don't call my
But
chemical
you have
romance.
AFI, you have all these bands that were synonymous with that era. And I think Panic at the Disco maybe was like the Diet Sprite version, but their sound was so unique. And I'm not saying this...
Unique. They sounded exactly like my chem.
No, I disagree. Zach, this is your era.
I think because of the way that Brendan Urie sings, it sets them apart. He has a very unique voice.
I don't like this song.
I get it.
And I don't like
Wait,
that I
do you
could-
like any Panic songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Black Parade.
You monster.
right now.
No, I like High Hopes.
Yeah,
That's
High
one of
Hopes
his
is
more
good.
recent
Oh,
ones.
I hate that song.
But I listen to I Write Sins Not Tragedies. I'm annoyed by the lyrics. I'm annoyed by the profanity, which I wasn't able to find a family-friendly version
Which is so
of it
strange.
on
There's no
our...
So feel free to skip if that...
Yeah, if that one comes on our playlist on Spotify, feel free to skip it. But then I went listen to Sweet Emotion, and no, it's not my favorite Aerosmith song, but against Panic at the Disco, I Write Sins Not Tragedies. Dumb title, by the way. I feel like I'm bashing on it a lot, but I think I'm just bugged at it.
Yeah.
So I'm voting for Sweet Emotion. No surprise.
I think this...
I love Panic at the Disco. Like this was my band. I
Really?
feel
You were
like-
in it?
Yeah, I was.
Did Brandon kick you out then?
Yeah, he did. No, I feel like I've mentioned on the show before. Like this was I'm in high school and I'm going to listen to this band and I'm cooler than you because I know this. I went all hipster on it like Kent. I can't go against Aerosmith.
Really?
I love this Aerosmith.
I mean,
Aerosmith
I'd
song.
chime in with Aerosmith is really overrated.
Aerosmith
I don't like them
is
as
overrated?
a band. Yeah, I don't like them.
But they made a much bigger impact than...
They have, but at the same time,
Then Panic!
You
at the
hear
Disco.
any note of this Panic song, and you'll know it.
Nope.
Sweet Emotion, I'm like, is that crazy?
I had to look it up
That
and be like,
amazing?
oh, I know this one.
That's not in the crazy, amazing, crying
The trilogy?
trilogy.
This is earlier.
the Alicia Silverstone trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. Sure.
above
Aerosmith
that.
should move on because it's Aerosmith, but I don't think it's their best song.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, Sweet Emotion is going on. Now we have Let It Be by the Beatles.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be.
Versus
You say let it beep?
Let
No,
It Be.
Just checking.
That was Zach.
Versus What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
skies of blue, red roses too.
Y'all jokers are complaining about your voices. Then you do that.
But it's Louis
You're right, bad choice.
Armstrong. Oh, that's true. And I think to myself,
Hey, finger boop for that one. Boop. That was a magical moment. Can we just talk to each other in that voice from now on?
No, it'll kill our throats. So Let It Be came out in 1970. What a Wonderful World came out in 1967.
Yeah.
Chill.
It's ready now.
Let It Be hit number 1.
Yeah.
But What a Wonderful World, it's kind of weird because when it didn't do well in the United States when it first came out because the president of ABC Records hated the song. They started recording it like after one of Louis Armstrong's concerts, like at 2 a.m. They started recording it. And the president of ABC disliked it so much because it was too slow. And he didn't like the way it was. So he wanted to do like a swingy pop hit.
Yeah.
So he started fighting against him to the point where they physically locked him out of the studio because he didn't want it there. And then when it got released, he didn't like it so much, so he didn't want to play it. He didn't promote it.
It took 21 years to get on Billboard Hot 100, and it hit number 32.
Because of Good Morning Vietnam.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
They played it in that movie.
Is that why we know it so well, or is
Yes.
it just that kind of classic song?
No, it really did not go anywhere in the U.S. until after Good Morning Vietnam. And I absolutely love this song, and I hate that it's against Let It Be in the first round.
Why shouldn't it win? Why shouldn't it win?
Because it's Let It Be.
We already have Hey Jude on the bracket.
And Let It Be is better than Hey Jude, in my opinion.
It is, and I wish What
Also
a Wonderful World was against Hey Jude.
I'm also going to point out the 2 Beatles songs on this playlist are sung by Paul.
I was
Yeah.
going to point that out as well.
Weird.
I actually have a note here saying Kent thinks Lennon's the cool one, but we got 2 McCartney songs on here.
I'm a McCartney guy.
Really?
Yeah. I was
Since
having.
when?
Yeah.
Team George.
Yeah, I know you are.
No, I'm
Because
actually
I don't
Team
actually
Paul,
like
but-
Lennon very much.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like John Lennon.
Vladimir, he's the worst.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, is that a bad time to say that joke?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
But
Oh, so this is tough. Let It Be is kind of an audible masterpiece. But when you start What a Wonderful World, it's amazing.
You know what you
My
start-
only comment on this was wow.
you know what you start seeing? You start seeing pictures of the bride and groom when they were kids growing up.
Yeah, but
in the movie montage.
Don't cheese it up that much because the song is so much better than that.
You see the dance company from the previous year and all
Stop
the
it.
adventures they've gone through.
No,
Because
you're
this
making
is
it
the
tacky,
it's
Zach.
the ultimate montage song.
I hate that you did that.
I'm not wrong.
I remember when Sesame Street did Let Her Be.
Yeah.
Little bug playing it. Let her be.
So you guys
let her
both go and
be.
Let It Be. I hate that this is a first round bracket.
I hated this too.
This is a tough matchup.
This was one of the ones I was most upset by Spotify putting them together.
I think What a Wonderful World is like a Final Four.
It's so good.
That's why I'm voting for it.
But Let Her Be.
You said Wonderful World. I'm going to say Let It Be then.
Okay.
Put it on Zach.
Wonderful World is a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Love this song. So I'm going with it.
Oh,
What a Wonderful World.
whoa!
What have I done? What have you done?
You just knocked out Let It Be by the Beatles.
I'm okay with it too.
Do you like Yesterday more than Let It Be?
Not necessarily. No.
Well, so Hey Jude is like their representative song now.
My heart
Sucks to be you guys.
Have we made a bad choice?
I didn't.
No, What a Wonderful World is wonderful.
I think either way we would have
it
upset people.
incites such powerful emotion. It's a beautiful song. Louis Armstrong is great. I included a Louis Armstrong in my wedding. Like, I love this.
My problem with Let It Be is it's a 4-minute song that sounds like it's 9 minutes.
It does. It's
I used to be able to play Let It
laborious.
Be on the piano.
Wow.
Nope. I feel good about it. What a Wonderful World moves on. I want to watch the world burn.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
All right, we have Africa by Toto. Doom, 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 doom.
I'm still in shock.
Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. Oh, bless the rains. There's nothing that 100 men or more. Versus Istanbul, not Constantinople, by Dave
Istanbul was Constantinople. No, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works?
That's nobody's business but the Turks. Ah,
Why do both my They Might Be Giants picks go against powerhouses?
Is Toto's Africa a powerhouse?
Absolutely.
It's got more staying power, I believe. Istanbul, for me, that's me. In high school, I was known as one of the Istanbul boys because of a dance we did to this song.
That gang should never have been formed.
We were the Constantinople boys, but Istanbul at Constantinople is probably one of my favorite all-time Night Giant songs, maybe more than Birdhouse in Your Soul.
Really?
Yes.
I realized today, I found this out in my research, that it's actually a 1953 novelty song by the Four Lads.
Not only that, but it was also a 1976 song by the Ritchie Family, a 1987 song by the Big Muffin Sirius Band. Like they did there was more covers after They Might Be Giants too, but They Might Be Giants,
it fits They Might Be Giants so well.
Oh, so well. It's the point where I thought it was
I didn't know it was a cover at all. Yeah.
No, the one that you mentioned, the original
Four Lads.
Yeah, Four Lads one. It's really like Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It's got a strange vibe to it.
Africa is such a synthesizer song, which, I mean, it's the 80s, so it fits, but there's a bit of cheese to it, but
Yes.
it did hit number one.
It did. And it also had one of those resurgences because of memes where it became a thing to the point where Weezer ended up covering it, decades later. It's actually a really fun song. I do enjoy Africa. I love the feel of it. I have to vote for Istanbul. I know I'm going completely against everything I've said before, but if I'm going to fight for anything, even if it's futile, I'm voting for Istanbul, not Constantinople for the Giants.
Yeah. Africa beats Istanbul, though, I believe.
In war?
Yeah, actually.
A whole continent against a single country?
Yes.
Joel, you're very handsome. I like you a lot.
It's my birthday.
It is your birthday.
Oh, he's playing that card.
It's actually not anymore.
It's true. At this point, it's not. You're a great guy, and I like that you like this band. So I'm picking Africa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I knew when I saw this matchup, Istanbul was not going to...
Are you sad They Might Be Giants is out?
I was happy that They Might Be Giants got 2 submissions.
Yeah.
Right.
The fact that they got submitted twice for this bracket, I went, thank you, people, for
Wait, hold on.
voting.
Mikey Hilton, Spencer Hilton. Okay, just checking.
No. I know which ones they picked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, at least it beat all the train submissions we got.
Shame on you.
Travis.
Shame on you.
You did it
Did you do that on
Oh
accident?
Why can't I never get that right?
Very sometimes.
I just yelled
I
at
just
the
don't
microphone.
know
I
with
apologize,
you.
listener, for yelling at the microphone.
Can you
like that.
apologize to me?
No.
Kent's
Because
favorite
you
band
won't
is
let it
Travis.
Wow.
And with that, we are done with round one. What a hefty show.
Can we give our voices 2 weeks to recover?
Please.
We probably need to.
In fact, we have to, because the second half of this bracket will not be next week.
No.
We have another show that has to come in because of timing, so we will be doing that next week. And then following that episode, we'll be finishing up this bracket with the
we
finals.
will choose
The Song of
There's
Songs!
plenty of time to listen to the playlists.
But before we go, we'd like to thank our patrons, including the I'm a Listener tier, which includes Sir and Madam Hicks, Shannon West, Sean Sanquist, Scott Sprague, Ryan and Marley, Rocky and Steph, Lady Terry A. Finley, Johnny English Brick 4 standing by, Jennifer Kokowski, Jake the Cooler King Swallow, Glow Daniel, Debbie Foster, Chris Strout, Casey Cummings, Braden Winterton, Andrew in the Dark, Allison Gall, Alicia Bass, and Adam and Rachel Crump. And then we also have our Bacon Council, which includes the one, the only Chris Anderson, Stephen Ross, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Nicole Sit in the Sin Bin Hale, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, Beaker, and Bacon Council member Kyler. Thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons.
And thank you, listener, for listening to us and for submitting these songs. We couldn't have done this episode without you.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. That's what we're saying. But if you want to find me, you can find me at 786Joel on Twitter, or you can find me performing with the Quick Wits. They perform at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quick Wits Facebook page.
You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Kenny3DD. You can read my movie reviews at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can do so at Tumbling Mustard on Twitter and Instagram. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. You can go and like that Facebook page and then stop by Twitter and Instagram at Baconsale. While you're doing that, go to tpublic.com/Baconsale, where you can get yourself a bunch of fun merch. Just become a billboard of Baconsale with a lovely t-shirt. And then if you like the show, you like what's going on here, and you want to support us further, you can go over to patreon.com/Baconsale, where support starts at just $3 a month. You can hear about vacation travel logs, movies and opinions of trailers, and all sorts of, well, it's not exactly organized, but it's fun. Patreon.com/Baconsale.
So until next time, this is the Song of Song Tournament. Watch for the second part, my friend.
Objective opinion. It's our podcast. We do what we want.
Share the rest of my life.
Joel, I'm so attracted to you right now.
Personal Jesus.
Oh, yeah. That's the Spanish
I met
version.
him in California.
Tom Sawyer is the 5th most downloaded Canadian digital song from the 1980s.
What more do you people need?
Zach,
Want silence?
what's next, guys? Joel broke. Garfunkel's hard to say.
No, it's not. It's fun to say.
That's what this song's about?
Yes.
Can I vote harder?
Explanation.
Sorry you have to drag race? Here's a cute song about it?
That's the first song played at every Hilton day.
You wouldn't know, kids.
How dare you?
Below the
For
belt,
those
sir.
who is Rolling Stone the best source? No, Baconsale is.
I listened to the entire song.
You stop it.
I
it's
love
not
it.
charity, Joel.
It
It's
is.
not like Rick Astley's like, thank you, sir.
I'm telling you right now, you put that on, you're mopping better.
Please just stop singing.
No.
Stop staring at me.
No, Kent, what you do.
And don't say in many more. Please
Kent,
don't do that.
Can I make it better
Or
for you?
cha-cha-cha. Stop that.
No, it's perfectly fine. Make
No.
it your own. Zach, you cannot tease me with Moulin Rouge. Alexa, turn on my mopping playlist.
Boom, boom, boom.
I feel like I just got punched in the head. Wow.
Was that close?
It is really
Was that close?
87% accurate.
Oh, sad.
I kind of want to play a Kent here.
No, don't play a Kent.
Should I do it?
No! Bigly popular.
Horses running.
That's not a Garth Brooks song.
Horses running.
That's not even Garth Brooks' voice.
Who let Hans Zimmer in?
You just don't like any U2 songs.
I do not like this one all that much. Wow.
Swift justice. Swifty justice. Moving to the country. I'm eating a lot of peaches.
I'm old.
I don't practice the kill. Gonna
Jared Leto
practice
killed
the save.
my vocal cords. Man, I should not have gone full Leto.
Yeah, that was never go full Leto.
When something makes an oomph,
Yes.
what would you say it's done?
They made a boom boom pow.
What
Okay.
an
Track.
unfortunate name. Wolfus Wainwright.
Hold on, let me just sit here awkwardly while you guys sing to me.
Happy birthday
To you?
to you.
It's Joel's birthday. Joel, hold on.
But it's Louis
You're right, bad choice.
How that's true.
What is the
That
Kent?
cat's staring at me.
What?
That cat's totally staring at me. Did you see the cat? He was giving me eyes. Did you see that?
There was no cat.
There was a cat.
No cat there.
Guys, there was a
no
cat, and he saw me staring, and he stared at me for a while and waited for you not to look. And then, guys, there's a cat right there. I saw its eyes, and I was like, the heck is that? What? Guys, there's a cat outside, and it was staring right at me.
Sure, is it with the spider kids?